That's just dope, man. I like it. There's a lot of character in this.
But you got a podcast too, right?
What's up?
You got a podcast?
Yeah, bro. Man, nothing invests like the way you guys got it, bro. But shit.
But how long you been rocking out? Like
for like about a year and a half.
Sheesh.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Just a lot, just as much. Like,
do you talk to
2 years?
people or just yourself?
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing you guys do, like the guests like this. All the jobs I've really had, bro, I had to just, you got to be a people person. Every single job I had, it just, besides the customer skills, it's really like all day, all I got to do is I'm on the phone, I'm talking to people. I run a park. So I'm just consistently always talking to people in the public. I'm calling, my supervisors, etc. But it's just like 95% of the job is just conversating. And I've always loved to
like
just
a park,
talk to
like
people.
a rec park?
A rec park, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sick.
So
That's
I'm a
what's
park
up.
director for a park,
that's
yeah.
fucking-
So you're like wrecking parks then?
Yeah. So like I can hit you up and rent the gym type
Let me
shit.
know, bro.
What?
Yeah.
What's it called? What park are you at?
Victory Violent Rec Center.
Where's
Over there
that
in
at?
North Hollywood. It's all the way down Victory, what you
Oh,
can Violent.
Violent.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Right next to the Target.
So you coordinate a lot of like activities for kids and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like even adult leagues and things like that too.
Everything.
Sick.
So
That's
like,
what's
Gotta
up.
deal with a lot of personalities, huh?
That's
you
the
the
word.
comedian?
That's the word I was looking for, bro. I was supposed to be off. I was there all day, back-to-back meetings with coaches and the drama. Man, there's always, like you said, the personalities, the competitiveness. You're dealing with the, parent coaches that are so chill. Like, yeah, give me whatever team I want. And then you got coaches that are like, yo, like, I need a better player. Yeah, like trying to finesse, manipulate the system, you know what I'm saying? And it's just
He's
like
13 and he looks like he's 16.
yeah. Parents are like,
Lewis is like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
bro?
what is
Like, you got a whole beard, bro.
God don't me, like, what's going on? And these kids are tall, bro.
Yeah.
Now these kids, bro, they're like 6 foot, 6
It's crazy those middle schools that get that growth spurt and like 6 feet at that,
It's
at
La
that age.
Leche or
Yeah,
what?
what?
They're walking in. I'm like, I gotta order some bigger uniforms for sure next time.
And I can't get the U sizes anymore. I
Yeah,
gotta be,
dude,
man.
it's crazy, man. And I got in my basketball program, I got 385 kids.
What?
Yeah, and then I have a girls program that one's got 120, and then I got like classes, clinics, and then 2 other sports I'm starting up. So, dude, it's outrageous, man.
You see a kid already, like, out of those 300 that you're like, damn, this kid might have something special.
I've come across right now, I think like 3 kids at my park. I think out of those, like, if they got the potential for sure to make it to college, bro. Like, they're good, they're competitive, they got the sportsmanship. I think if they just kind of like tweak the attitude a little bit, but I think that's just they're young,
That's from
bro.
coming from violence in that area, huh? Like,
Hey, that honestly, man, I think that place,
That's
yeah.
a lot,
There's a
right?
lot of homeless. There's a lot of like, I think it was my first month in there, bro. I found a dead body in the very back. Yeah, man.
somebody walked over and like, hey, Louis, you want to see a dead body?
Not even. Yeah, typical Wednesday morning. Shit, not again.
You were like, oh, shit.
Nah, I was getting there, and I always do like a walk around the park. So when I get there,
Damn,
so I'm
on
walking.
your inspection?
As soon as I'm walking in, bro, and I'm like, everything's fine. So I like walk down to the field, and I kind of see like someone laying down by a tree, and I'm like, it's 8:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
probably resting.
like, there's people walking their dogs, and I'm like, I don't, you don't think the guy is,
Yeah, you don't
you
think
think
about
knocked out,
it.
passed, I don't know, or maybe a homeless guy. We get people that come to
What?
tents walking over, and I see he looks a little off. I'm calling this guy name, nothing, and I kind of try to shake him a little bit. At one point, I'm like, yo, I kind of looked at I don't know what to look at, bro. I was just kind of like, is this guy dead or passed out?
Check a pulse or something?
When I was about to do that, dude, he felt cold. Oh. Yeah, he was cold, bro. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to call an ambulance. I don't think this guy's done. Long story short, to get to the point, cops come and they're investigating. He OD'd. So it was an overnight thing. He probably, overnight just was done and was cold outside. And this was back in December.
This last
Yeah.
year.
This was like 4 months ago, bro.
shit.
This was like my third month in.
So would you say that's traumatic to you?
Nah, you know why? Because previous 2 years to that, I was a case manager for 2 years. So I did a lot of case management under the Salvation Army branch. But ideally, what I was doing is working with problem-solving cases, meaning like kind of the worst of the worst cases, the ones where either they got some type of condition or they're just sick or
Damn, you're
drugs.
a people person. You just want to help people.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's
all the
crazy,
jobs
man.
that I've had, like it just consists about talking to people. So like maybe I don't have the time sometimes to come and do all of this. But like if you talk to me, pick my brain, like, oh shoot, like I'll tell you, like,
Right.
man, I think it was my 3rd month in being a case manager, bro. I'm not gonna forget this. I have taken mine. It's a shelter with like 70 clients inside. It's a guys and a girls dorm, and it's separated. And there's 3 case managers. Each one gets 25 clients. So it's about like 70, 75.
So that's what you have to manage. 25 people?
Exactly. 25 people. Doesn't seem like a big number, you know?
It is a big number.
They got big problems.
Yeah, because you got to remember each situation, bro. What you mean?
So I think after like 2 weeks, and I was like, damn, like I wish I had like 10 maybe, bro.
You're like I'm in
because I realized some were just like, it's sad because some cases you realize like, you're writing it out. You're writing out until you can't no more. Other people are just like, I'm gonna finesse and I'm gonna get the whole housing and I'm gonna get the food stamps. I'm gonna do whatever I can to finesse and just get my way and I'll have to work. They do it. They get away with it. And then you have the clients that are just like lost it all, you know, because of COVID. Because this was during COVID when I was doing it.
Shit.
Like that, lose their house, lose their family. You know, people are like raza. You're like, you know, like I'm living in the trailer right now because I don't got no job. I can't afford anything. You see that they're here to just trying to like send money to their family.
Right.
So then you got the cases where like it's takes a lot of what's the word I'm trying to look for? It takes a lot of a big emotional toll on you. So I'm trying
For
to
sure.
Yeah,
And then
because
you-
you're getting all that baggage. You're
so-
hearing all these stories, all these baggage, all this negativity, and that
Yeah.
can affect your mental health too.
And you have those cases, and then you have the cases where it's just like I'm talking to a wall.
What?
And then it's just like, no matter what I say, where I come from, it's oh, you're half my age. What do you know? Or
Right.
just because you're wearing nice shoes doesn't mean that they hit you with all the defense mode, bro. You gotta understand they're in survival mode. Like they have to understand that it's me against the world. That's how they see it. Versus, oh, this guy's really gonna come.
Nobody
You're
ever
gonna give me a
cared.
house. You're gonna give me a
right. Nobody ever cared. Why are you gonna care now? type
Yeah,
shit.
like you're 20 something years old. What the hell do you know? Like I work with the people that were like from my age. And you were up until like 70, I think 78 was the oldest one. He was 78 years old, couldn't speak. Everything I had to do was, since I don't know sign language, I had to write everything down. So instead of having a 30-minute like in a conversation with this person, you know, because I had like a weekly checkup with each client. Hey, have you done this? And it was as simple as like, did you go get your social security card? Did you go print out your ID? Like, hey, did you tweak your resume? Did you send it over so I can try to see if I can get you a job through like some other like resources that we have and connections, nonprofits where they're helping. We're helping these people and we're connected through
So
like.
you're basically like transitioning people from the streets back
Exactly,
into like.
dude. I had someone that like actually I got to house some people, and in 2 years I got to house 8 people. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you look back at the process,
That's what the new life is all about. Like, you gave them a new life. That's impactful. Bro.
And it's the best rewarding feeling when you see them walking around your neighborhood, and it's like, damn, like you're living right in front of my high school, rent free, $17 a month, food stamps, everything.
Hold up, rent $17,
bro, $17, bro. $17. Like, there's help out there, bro, for this. He's Jamaican. He's not from here. He's out the States. His story, his case, and what they did with disability screwed him over with work. Like, he had a solid case. And I got, like, the right connections for him, and he complied. He minded his business and, you know, taking mind the drama going on inside the actual facility, bro. Because you got to go in, it's like a concentration camp. Every time I walk in, they search you, you know, they want you, take for all that kind of
Which
stuff.
one is it? Hope of the Valley?
We're connected with Hope of the Valley.
I went to go cut hair there, bro. I cut one of my boys, Mike. He connected with me there. And
like I said,
like,
bro, I've talked to so many people. If you put the pressure for me, I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember you. Like, we had this and this
that's
interaction.
crazy.
We're connected Hope of the Valley.
Yeah. I've gone to at the one on Lancashire, Sherman Way. What is that? Sadako.
Yes,
Right
there's a
after
job center there.
170,
I know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, I've talked to people there too, like some people from Mexico that they came, COVID, they lost everything, you know, and it's tragic. And then I've met people that, like, I know one person there, bro, that he's a Murdoch and he don't care. He's just like, don't even mention that last name around me type shit.
Wow.
And then my boy was telling me that all he has to do is like go back to the family and he'd be straight. But he doesn't want to be nothing part of the family. He's just like you say, a wall. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. I was cutting his hair and he was just like not trying, being like short with me, and I'm like, I'm just trying to make you feel better, bro. But
They have a mindset that gets so close-minded that they really think that, oh, it's too good to be true that's going to work, that they self-sabotage. And if
That's
this
what he was
starts at a
telling me,
very young age, I do this because my background on what I studied is this. So I think back like, man, you know what? You may
Like
think
you
I
went
know
to
a lot.
college or
Yeah, I went to college.
for what? For a
A sociology major and
Okay.
then a minor in Chicano studies. So like specifically, like I'm really big on my people, bro. Like, you know, I'm all about. I know I'm not. I got nothing against anyone, but like obviously, like your heritage, where you come from, you're gonna embrace it.
What did you
So-
learn about it there?
Yeah, my boy, it's the sodas. What we getting a little foamy, my boy. Thanks. What you saying, bro?
What did you learn in Chicano studies, like about your culture? How did it open up your perspective?
I mean, it started with like the history, obviously, like where we come from and all that, and then it led up to like modern world. So obviously, kind of like how the Chicano community has kind of evolved. It's come up. You know, George Lopez was kind of a conversation there when we used like the comedy side of it. You know, we talked about, you know, Cesar Chavez. Everyone knows who Cesar Chavez is and, you know, what he's known for and his movement. So obviously, you know, the basics and stuff like that we all know, but it's just those courses were more in depth. They were like focused on, this is what the holiday is about. This is why we celebrate it. But in those courses, they said, well, this is how it created the diversity of like, hey, well, the blacks are here, the Chicanos are here, you know, the whites are here. We create these categories that now becomes, oh, this is the hierarchy. You're up, I'm down, I'm in the middle. All that has come to a point. We still live it. We still see it now in different ways, right? I'm not saying this is gone. I'm just saying they're kind of like going back in time and saying this is why our society is built the way it is now. And it's not going to change unless we switch the social norms, and it's not going to happen. And I think that this case management job that I had, really opened my eyes and showed that it doesn't matter how old you are or how much money you got. I had clients that came in, they showed me pictures. They had Bentleys, they had clothing lines, they had all this money. They're on their fourth business. They had a shop on Melrose, and I was like, you're lying. Come here, show me photos, He showed me, he's like, I got a storage unit with over $80,000 of just clothes. And I come across these stories like, wow, you had it all, lost it.
What happened?
Well, when you don't pay your taxes and you're making all this money, it caught up with him. He just thought I can pay myself out of everything like he was. Oh, I got a bill here, cool. Penalty here. Oh, we closed this shop. All right, well, let me open another one. And he just, I think at the end of the day, he said, like, I did make some negotiate. I did make some deals that I wasn't really supposed to.
You're supposed to do.
Right. Or kind of was like, I'll put a blindfold to it. And was like, when something comes up, we'll just pay it. Or I'll get this guy to
pay the penalty.
Exactly. And it caught up, and now he's really trying to do better. And it's like I got him a job working at being a dishwasher at this restaurant in North Hollywood. And he's happy, dude. He's like, you know, he's doing his own thing, but he suffers depression. And that's the thing that people don't see, the things that people can't see. I got their medical record. I got your file. I've had people that come in, I'm like, they're child predators. I'm like, dude, like, I don't even want to get near this guy. Like, and it sucks. Like, that's why I don't say, like, who these people are. Or
Right,
who
because it's like, but do you understand when somebody, like, has done that? And you're trying to help them transition back into a better life?
You got to be neutral.
It's not being neutral, but, like, not only being neutral, but it's like that second chance, right? You're part of that second chance for them to reacclimate themselves into society.
Right. In my eyes, I'm giving you your second chance, right? Because in others, they'd probably be like, I've tried. They didn't. And sometimes the reason why, and let me rephrase that. All those people that do that to you tend to be the closest to you. And if it's your own family talking to you like that, you don't think it's something that's just going to get stuck with you, and you're going to just carry on.
For sure.
And you can't break that from someone when it just becomes a habit. It takes, 2 weeks to build a habit, I think is what it say?
Yeah, 14 days.
21 days.
If you're doing it half your life, all your life, like, you know?
Right.
You think I'm going to come and change it.
It's like a conditioning.
But that's like what he just said, to piggyback on the whole, hey, you got to be neutral. Yes, most definitely, because you can't come out all like, dabbing up a client real cool, and you see other people coming in, and it's like, why are my meetings coming out where tense? So this, no, it needs to just be blank face. You tell me that, hey, you know, I lost my mom, I lost my sister, I lost my grandma all within the same month 2 years ago, and I lost my house and my job, and now I'm in the situation I am for the past 5-6 years. I'm like, I can't say I understand, right? I'm not gonna say, hey, I understand. No.
Did all these like cases like eventually take a toll to where you transitioned into recreation?
That's why I'm not doing it. That's why I'm not there. The moment I actually applied for that job, and like I did the interview, and they asked me, when can you start? I said, as soon as possible. And they said, okay, what is your future with us? You know what I said? Until I get the call from Rec and Parks. Okay? And they say, hey, you got the job. Because I applied. It took me like 2 years. I was on this list.
Yeah,
and
I heard it's a process.
It's a freaking process, right? I'm not getting into that. So the whole point is I'm waiting 2 years later or going from job to job, Amazon, all these bullshit-ass jobs. I find this one. I'm like, cool, it's full-time. I'm applying my degree. It's a win-win. It's better than where I'm at. Cool. As I'm going into the job, maybe like about almost a year in, I realized, my parents don't even want to know what I'm doing at work. Because I come home and they're like, just stop. I don't even want to, like, you're talking to these people every day. You're surrounded by them. Like, why? In my head, I'm like, I'm applying my degree. Like, this is dope. Like, and now I realize, like, shit. That's why case managers come and go.
Right.
That's why all these clients are like, you're going to do what my last case manager did. You're going to leave. You're going to just high and dry disappear. I'm guilty for that. I let them know. I didn't say, hey, I just didn't show up. I was like, hey, you know what? Like, something better is out there for me. And 80% of my clients were like, that's cool. Happy for you. Others were like,
damn, bro. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you. I did get a lot of that shit. Like, really motherfucker coming at me and shit.
Right, because it can start like, some people don't.
Because it feels like you gave up on them.
Yeah.
Right.
And remember,
but
like,
you can't feel guilty for that, bro.
I for a slight second, it's like, damn, it sucks because it's like, man, I was helping you, but then it's like you put yourself in this whole situation
You're in this predicament. I already tried to give you the tools to get out, and it's your choice at the end of the day.
So being neutral and transparent, and sometimes if you hear,
and that's the hardest thing, to be neutral, despite of who they are,
Despite sometimes for them it's not who you are, it's just how old you are. That's the argument. Because
did you ever see somebody that you like? Damn, I relate to this guy so much, and I feel bad for this guy. That it's like, I'm sorry, I can't do more.
And I couldn't do anymore for that person.
Like it was like he didn't want it.
His name was Mario. It was Mario, and this was actually before I became a case manager. I was a shelter, essential worker, whatever you want to call it, for Rec and Parks. A lot of parks became shelters. Shadow Park in LA, down on Vermont and 4th is where I was working at. The gym became a shelter, and all the people in the homeless around that area were welcomed inside. And there's a trailer park. In this trailer park, actually, correction, I worked at 3 different ones during that time. Granada Hills, because those are Granada Hills. That's where they had the trailers outside, and then the homeless people inside in the gym. And the ones that were in the trailers were separated with the ones in the gym. Why? Because the ones that were in the trailers were already working towards what they said they were doing. They were working, they were employed. Some had car privileges, some had after-hours privileges because you're working, etc.
Sorry, is that like the little houses that they built in North Hollywood type
Yes, they did that in NoHo too, my boy. Yeah, right
that's
there.
That's
off
the
of
Hope of the Valley
Magnolia right there.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Same concept. So
tiny
they had
homes, they call
inside
them.
the tiny homes. Okay, I'm perfect. Then you guys exactly know what I'm talking about. So I was working the trailers at this shelter there. And the other shelters, I was working in the gym. But this trailer ones, like, it was so dope because you knew that they were working towards what they were doing. Yeah, they had a little bad habits here and there, but like they were bettering themselves. You can tell the way that they dress, they carry themselves, like the way that they simply just said hi to you in the morning. You're like, yeah, this guy, he's doing something good. Like, I want to go and offer you something. Like, hey, I got an extra like lunch today. You want this? Like, you wanted to help the person. Mario, he comes in, he just works, minds his business, says nothing. Doesn't know English, so everything I'm like automatic, like, hey, do you speak Spanish? Sí, hablo español. Oh, can you help me? So he always just kind of got comfortable and went to me. I was like, I'm gonna go.
He gravitated towards you.
Yes, just I think it's my dad,
raza thing
and
too.
That's why I relate so much because like that's my pops right there. Like,
oh
oye,
shit.
mijo, like no me puedes traducir, no entiendo, like ayudas. And I grew up like learning how to like translate, and it's funny because people said, how did you teach them by reading it? And I said, they can't pronounce the letters sometimes because it's almost like English and Spanish kind of sometimes sound the same.
Right.
Like just spell the word, like relación, relationship, like there's similarities. Right. So I kind of like, dictionaries, when there's a word in the bottom, it's paraphrased like, oh, sound it out or read it like this, and that's how it sounds.
Right.
Yeah, the vowels.
Like, sometimes it'll be like 3 O's. So that's how I did it to my parents. I was like, look, read this.
Yeah, how to read it with the vowels and know like how to pronounce the consonants.
With this guy, Mario, back to the guy that was in the trailer, he was working cleaning windows for a restaurant. Okay, like they find the most simplest jobs for these people to make some money. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Cleaning windows, that's it.
And you just got to make up to 17 or something, right? Or if you get to a place like that, right?
Exactly. And he just wants to show proof that he's an attending, and he's doing what he's got to do. Working a simple job, A to B. He has his car, he has a son. So he had the privilege to go and see his son, whether it was him to visit him or he go visits him at Palmdale.
Right.
So we had that car. And it sucked because they're hurt. Obviously, he's doing his own thing. He's alone. He's homeless now because he lost everything because of COVID and he couldn't financially keep himself stable. The mom and them don't talk, whatever problems they have, that was personal. But the son was still like, hey, I got my mom, I got my dad, I'm going to bounce around. I want both of them still in my life. But he would always tell me, like, she doesn't want me there. It's really like, oh, I'm not teaching him anything, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I'm not the role model he needs. When in reality, what he really been trying to do, he's not around because he's trying to work extra jobs. He's trying to do whatever he can to put food on the table.
Right.
And the mom is like, well, no, things weren't like this before. Like, now I never get to see you, blah, blah, blah. So it turned into one of those things where, like, they had things going, they had it good, things got hard, and now the woman's like,
I'm out.
It sounds fucked up. It sounds fucked up, bro.
It's conditional.
And I was like, well, I got family members in the past where that's happened.
Right.
And I'm like, shit, like.
Sometimes women are with you for the lifestyle.
Yeah.
And not for you.
And it sucks to see that. I was like, damn, like, okay, and I'm, not just my family's gone through that. Because you guys like, fuck, why my family? Why us, And I think, well, you know what? This guy's in a trailer doing what he can to make some money. And take in mind, these trailers, they got breakfast, food, lunch. Like, they got a shower in there. They got a living. These are dope-ass little tiny homes. We're bringing everything to them. Like, they don't got to do nothing, bro. They got AC. They got everything they need, bro. Like, they're living. They ain't suffering,
Right.
But, again, like, they're being humble about it. They're not hoarding. They're not, like, coming out, going off on you, throwing things in your face when you're trying to... sometimes, bro, we can't stop. We can't go in there and, like, invade their privacy. You don't know what they're doing, what they're consuming. So,
right. My client told me there's been ODs in those places and shit.
I mean, if it happened at a park, trust me, it happened to me all the time at the shelters. That's why, like I said, it wasn't new to me. When it happened at the park, I was like, really? Like, I thought I was, like, done with this.
You were away from this, yeah. You're like, I was done with this.
I was like, bro, I don't want to have to, like... It's a headache, man. Trying to tell a homeless person to move their tent in the front entrance of your park on opening day, it's like... you're paranoid. They're trying to get the hours before.
Here's the other question that I have for you, because I know that California has created a lot of laws now that protect the homeless, right? Or the new term, unhomed, right?
Right. I was about to
Can't
say
call
that.
them homeless anymore.
No.
What?
Unhomed. It's the proper term now, or else you get berated.
Homeless and unhomed, what's the difference?
I mean...
That's the new term. It's the new term, and so he just confirmed it.
It's just...
They or them made that up.
We got offended. It was more like the homeless were like, don't call us that. Like, you feel me? Like, we're just at home. Because you know why?
Well, okay.
This is why. There is some people who are homeless for, like, legit reasons, bro. Like, they lost their job.
No, for sure.
And they're literally like, I'm
that.
trying to work now. Like, I had a lot of cases where it was like a couple and it was like, took everything from me. I got nothing now. I was like, really? And like, I'm just starting over. Went through the divorce. I'm glad I'm done with it. I lost everything, but it's cool. Like, I can start over. And I realized, like, damn, you're 36
it's
years
cheaper
old.
to keep her, guys.
Don't chase them, replace them, huh?
I say that as a barber, and don't chase no clients, man. Replace them. You replace those clients. That's crazy, bro. Fuck. I couldn't imagine.
But my question to you, because right now you were talking about how, like, they, decide to place their tents. I know that now, I don't know how it is. That's what I want to confirm with you. It's like the police now, back in the day, could take them out or kick them out. Now, because of the new California laws, the police now have no authority to move their tents or even, kick them out anymore. Is
they
that
can't even
true?
physically touch it.
So if they get in front of my shop, I can't do shit about it.
Other than verbally tell them to, move, you can call. In my case, I call Rangers. In your case, you guys call LAPD. They're both not going to do anything, but just...
Intimidate,
say, hey, give a reason, maybe create a scenario why you got to go. There's clients that are complaining. Whatever you could do to build a case, and they're going to build a case, and it's going to become a process where they're going to have to probably come like 2-3 times. And probably on the second time, they file that, hey, we're going to get permission to, like, remove this. And it's not even the LAPD. Now sanitation comes.
Sanitation, I've seen that.
Okay.
I've seen that, yeah.
So now sanitation comes, and
Yeah,
it's
The
like...
trash people come.
You guys haven't
Shut
seen
away,
it on
bro.
Victory? The whole like on Victory next to the 405 entrance.
They got
see
the
it
little
on Chester,
trailer with
bro.
the showers.
Yeah.
I did see the whole. They were trying to clean the place in downtown. Where I'm forgetting the name. Skid Row. I did see sanitation going to there with their trucks, and they were throwing stuff away. to start cleaning it up. I did see that.
Well, how do you feel when you see things like that? When you see people like, because you were in that field, do you feel any type of remorse, or do you feel like
all the time? I'll be going down the freeway. 2 days ago, I was going down the freeway. It's gonna answer your question. On the 405 on Nordhoff. All right, I'm getting off the freeway, and my homie's next to me. Same people that are there, and I know because I'm always off that exit, bro. Like I'm driving, people are asking for change, money in the corner. I was like, fuck, bro. Look, man, like. I feel bad. It's fucking cold outside. Like, it says I'm homeless. Like, anything else? Can you give me some money? Something in those words, right? It's like, nah, bro, I'm putting the ones not getting no money. He's like, why? He's like, I did my due diligence, bro. I try to help him. He's like, you don't feel no remorse? You don't feel bad for them? I was like, I feel bad that they don't get out of this situation when they know they can.
Right.
They just fighting in their head saying, I can't. And he's like, you really think every situation is like that? And I'm like, nah, I don't think every situation is like that. But I've seen so many times that the help was right there. The apartment, here's your key, and they disappear. They flee the state, bro, or they would like, I don't know to this day what happened. Like I said, they would just disappear.
Scared of responsibility, huh?
And that's what it is, bro. They're scared that like, oh, well, now I gotta like make sure that my home is clean because they're gonna come check up on me every day for like every week for like the next 6 months. Well, like just do your 6 months, clean your house, and after that, like, all right,
That's your house.
Stay to your house, stay out of everyone's way, pay your rent. And nah. So I tell my friend, bro, I'm going to give them money. They're going to go across the 7-Eleven, bro, and they're going to go and fucking just buy some cigarettes, dog. They out here longer because cigarettes almost $10 now, bro. Back then, they give them $3-4, and
that was it.
That was it. They ain't going to post up there anymore.
Facts.
I seen my own clients from the past. I run into them all the time. At my park, sometimes on Van Nuys Boulevard. I'll be at a mall. They're everywhere. They're doing their own thing. They're up and down, you know. And I see them like, hey, yo, what's up, Louis? How you been? I'm like, oh, hey, yo, what happened, man? Like, I never got my housing, da-da. Oh, coming at me like, yeah, I don't work there no more. Sorry, bro.
They didn't allow me to help you.
They said I was helping too much.
That's it, bro. Yeah. There's a limit to it, dog. I'm sorry.
You're out on a date and shit.
Have you guys seen that video of the business owner that they use like a hose to get the homeless out of their like,
Nah, I
their
haven't
front
seen
property?
that video.
The guy got arrested for doing that too. Because the person's just like, they're not even like, obviously, yeah, they're camped in front of their business, but this dude is just like, with the water hose just there, like, that was crazy.
Damn, that's like, okay, that's kind of savage. I've had homeless people in front of the shop just like sit in front of like the, like kind of just like sit on the floor like this and lean on the
glass?
Like, bro, I can't have you leaning on my glass, guy. Come on, man.
See,
like,
I wish I could do it was that, bro. I got pictures I'll show you guys, bro. It's encampments, bro. I was at Target like 3 weeks ago on my break because Target's right next to my job. Walk over, get some Starbucks. I'm in line, I order, and I'm waiting for my drink. Just random ass guy just walking, bro, like this, like with his hands up. Weird, bro. Like everyone's looking at him like, what is going on with this guy? But speed walking through the aisle with the, it looked like a back, like a, you know those foldable chairs to sit at the park?
Yeah.
Those blue ones? Yeah. That. And with the other hand, was just waving it, bro. Like everyone, like the whole store was just like, runs through the aisle, out through the front, out the exit. And just takes off. Everyone's like,
what just happened?
What just happened? And then this awkward silence. And everyone's like looking at the security at the end. And the security guard's like,
they don't pay me enough.
No one's gonna do shit anyways. Everyone laughed.
He's like, they don't pay me enough for this shit.
I go back to work, bro. I'm like, well, motherfuckers behind my park, dog. He's right there on the side. Tweaked out, bro. I told the guy, hey, like, you gotta go. Like, you took that, you gotta take it back. I mean, I don't think he remembers. He was gone, but he was out. Whatever I go back inside and I call LPD. By the time I come out, disappears. He's nowhere to be found, whatever. I don't know. A week later passes by. There's an encampment right behind my park. Same thing right there by the little, same little corner where they always post up by the little shuffleboard area. I walk out and I see a tent. And I'm like, what the? Every day there's something new back here. And I walk out. I'm like, what's going on? And the tent's kind of open. So I'm like, all right, maybe there's someone inside. No one. Dude, I see like 20, 30 boxes of just brand new items in there, just open. I'm like,
this was going to Target.
This motherfucker, bro, was doing trips, bro. He was making trips to fucking Target.
Damn.
Over.
He was probably flipping
ended up
them.
being over $2,000, so it's a felony. So that one he's to this day still locked up. Because LAPD came when I called and they got him.
Oh,
Got him.
shit.
He couldn't get away. He just doesn't. I don't even think he was
But
aware
then
of what he
it's
was
like,
doing.
when you get locked up, you get 3 square meals, you're getting shelter, you're getting, you know.
I mean, yeah,
for a
it's
good
kind
8
of like a
months for two.
forced rehab, bro. It's like,
And then that part too.
you feel me? It's like you gotta.
And then you gotta really survive.
really survive. That probably
Yeah.
kills
So
you,
what's the
bro.
bright side of the recreational now that you're doing the recreational parks?
Honestly, bro,
Like mentally,
I grew up being a park kid in front of Delano Park. Like to this day, if I look outside my
Oh
house,
shit, you're a Van Nuys kid.
yeah, dog, yeah,
Dope,
yeah, bro. I grew up
dope.
here in the area all my life.
What high school did you go to? Van Nuys.
Van
High?
Nuys, hi.
What year did you graduate?
16.
Oh damn, you're like 6 years after me though. Oh yeah, so I didn't go.
What
to
class
school.
were you?
2010.
You know my brother, bro.
Who's your brother?
My brother is Juan Aguirre, but he went by Eddie Lope. He played football.
I gotta
number
see
32.
him. Yeah. If I see him,
But
photos,
he he kind of looks like I kind of look like him. But he grew up like he was everywhere, bro. So
yeah. If I see a photo for sure, because
Yeah.
I was on the basketball team.
you'd be surprised. I have a lot of people that
That's
meet me and
crazy,
then like
bro.
see my brother
Yeah,
and they're
Van
like,
Nuys.
dog,
And then I
what the
played at
fuck?
Delano too. I played Friday Night Lights there and shit.
For real?
Yeah.
What?
I remember doing like 2 Fridays there, and I was fucking stoked. I got a jersey and shit.
Yeah, that was not too long ago because Summer Night Lights is like a great foundation. It was funded by the mayor. It's been like maybe like 8 years that they've been doing it
Who
now.
was it? Who started it? Villaraigosa started that shit? Or was it the
Yeah.
guy after him?
No, I think it was him.
Him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it
'Cause
was
I
him.
remember-
Now we got that new mayor. I should know this, bro.
What's
I
his
should
name?
know this. I
gotta know my politicians.
I just
in
hung up
local,
the black
lady,
in local
right?
government.
It's the black lady.
Mayor Bass.
Mayor Bass. Mayor Bass. She used to be like the superintendent of LASD or some shit like that.
Really?
I think
Some
so,
shit like
yeah.
that. I was probably still trying to get hired for this job when all that was going on.
Nah, man. it's just- I like a little bit of politics, you know. I don't know why. It's just like my dad got me into politics, history, and shit.
Man, I'm trying
But,
to find a damn photo.
So you
Man,
used to
that's
see the
crazy.
park right in front of you, and that motivated you. Like,
I grew up, bro, just like playing there. My mom put me in baseball. I never want to play sports. My mom forced me to play sports, and I ended up loving playing sports, and that's all I
Van
did.
Nuys Middle too.
Van Nuys Middle too,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Van Nuys. I went to Madison Middle School.
Madison, and then previous to
But my
that,
brother went to Van Nuys Middle School for like a year.
But yeah, I think he was telling me that it's 7th for like the last year, no?
I went there for 6th grade. And then
Sixth
I left
grade.
to the high school I went to.
Sosis.
Yeah.
So- Sosis.
then he went high
I was
end.
2014 though. I graduated 2014 though. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was 2 years before me, after
Yeah.
me. Oh, before me, my bad. Yeah, 2 years before me. So this is him right here, bro. I feel like you probably seen him, man. He graduated 09. You graduated, you said what? 2010. Jesus, where the hell is...
I'm supposed to be class of 09.
Man, I got a fucking family picture here somewhere, right, man? Shit, goddamn. Man, fucking right here. Look at this guy all the way to the left, bro. Dude, he was always out and about, man. He was another people person. He's kind of up to no good, though, you know? Fool was no angel.
I'm sure probably got mutual people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because if he graduated 2009 and then my boy Mario was on that team, Pocket Size, fucking Juan Carlos, all these fools.
See, my brother might know those people. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's cool. He played football. It's cool, all the athletes. And it's a
exactly.
small world. It's right next
it
door.
is. And then in Van Nuys, everybody knows each other and shit.
Yeah.
so.
You grew up where?
Right there in Van Nuys, too. Right there off of Vesper and Kittredge.
He's literally 2 blocks
Oh,
away
you're
from the high
right
school.
there.
Yeah, bro. We live
Oh.
right behind the gym. We live. Those houses that
Oh,
are right
shit,
there. That's
for
where
real?
This fool
yeah.
could walk there, but he takes a car. He can do his cardio, you know, and take a little
Fucking get the
jog
pump
there and
out, but
shit.
take the pre-workout when you walk over there.
I've never taken a pre-workout, man.
You never taken pre-workout?
I need
Get
to
us
try
some
that
pre-workout
shit.
right now.
He's trying to gain muscle. He says he's too scrawny.
Yeah.
Just protein, creatine, eat, bro.
Today I ate good. Today I
You
ate
gotta
good.
eat a
but
lot.
fuck,
You
I don't
gotta
have-
you got a
I don't
fast
have days like this
metabolism.
all the time. That's the thing. I don't have that habit of just like fucking stuffing my face. Like, you know how they say you really gotta eat
You
like
gotta eat a
5
lot.
meals a day and shit?
Yeah,
to
you gotta
to
eat a
gain
lot.
weight?
This guy got a sweet tooth. He eat a lot of
Fast
candy.
me, bro. Look, dog, I kid you not. You like this tamarindo candy for you? Come on, dog.
I got mine right here. That's an M&Ms
You want
and
some of
shit.
the
I'm
candy
good,
shit?
bro.
I'm straight, bro.
That's how he is, bro. He's always got to have candy on him.
Candy.
Just like you, he's got to have
Well,
candy
I've
on
always
him.
had office jobs. Tell me about it. If I got a drawer, just fucking snacks. For it.
Fucking Jolly Ranchers. Nah, I had that candy for the kids too. when
I
cut
got the
their hair.
fridge stocked up in the kitchen with frozen foods and
That's
shit.
cra-
I go
yeah.
to Target, swipe that card, and get some motherfucking money. It's for the kids, you know.
But what got you into doing like the short monologues on your Instagram and TikTok?
Honestly,
Because
bro,
I saw a couple that were motivating. And I was like, damn, that's fucking dope, bro. Like,
I think like that was always kind of my thing growing up. Like, oh, you feeling down? Talk to Lewis. Like, he'll say some shit to fucking flip your head around. Like, you thinking
you were
negative?
that
like,
guy pouring into people.
Yeah, I don't
was
know
that
why.
guy for the-
and it was,
Damn, that's
but it
dope.
was just you being you. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
But like, I think it's one of those things where that's how you like. How do I say it? You go through shit, but like when you're that person, it just gives you like the yeah, I'm gonna be all right.
Facts.
You feel me? Because
Facts.
if you think you get trapped up in your mind, you could be like, what's that saying? You could be the sheep or you could be the wolf.
Right.
So my thing is, I'm pretty sure at one point, bro, when wolves are hunting, they're looking for their prey. Like they confident, but there's times they're like, fuck, like
Right.
where I can put myself in this situation.
Or you
But
might,
it's like,
they
hold
might
up,
not,
I'm
they
on
might
this
not
side.
catch it, and then it's like, all right, well, I catch it next time.
Yeah, but it's like I'm on this side, so I'm all right.
Cause I was kind of inspired by someone. I was like, man, that's the type of shit I've wanted to do, kind of on the podcast too. Just kind of do my own little shit like that too. Just cause I've always got that same thing that too. Like I've had friends that done that, but as of late, I've been realizing how I don't know if it's God removing certain people in my life that I can't keep trying to help and you're not gonna listen.
There's only so much you could do to
You know
help
what
a
I'm
person.
saying? Like where it's like, bro, if you don't want to apply what I'm telling you, then
I got this little analogy or I don't know example. Where you guys want to interpret it? It's actually like a cup of water. Someone once told me, they're like, look, man, as time goes, like you got your cup of water and you're gonna serve water on. You have a full cup of glass of water because that's what you need to survive in life. That's why he gave me that example. I was like, all right, makes sense. He's like, as time goes, you're gonna have to water your family. You're gonna have to water your friends.
Yep.
You're gonna have to water your enemies. You're gonna have to water your goals, and you're gonna have to water, most importantly, yourself. You're not gonna have enough water to pour enough everywhere, right? You're gonna have to choose wisely where you want to put your time more, or which seed you're planting and you want to grow quicker. There's only so much like you can only move as like if you want to move quick, you can move quick, but as fast as you move, it's only gonna be as much as you let the how do you rephrase this in. So as much as you want to get somewhere, like your time is gonna come when it comes. Is what I'm trying to say, right? Mm-hmm. But all the things you're doing in the moment come into play on whatever your outcome's gonna be. So in this case, what I'm trying to say here is, I got my family, I got my friends, I got my enemies, I got my goals, I got me. I'm gonna water here, here, here. Well, maybe sometimes you might water a little bit more on your family, and your friends are like, man, you're not around.
Right.
You're not kicking it with us, or you're too cool. Or sometimes it's just simply like, hey, man, like, I don't get to see you no more. Like, are you okay? Then you'll have the friends that'll be like, dude, like, you switched up on us, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or don't even speak to you or just see through you. And it's like, all right, cool. You get me? Are you going to keep watering that plant?
Right.
Nah. So my thing has always been, at the end of the day, where do I want to put my time more? And he asked me this. If you had to choose between your mom and dad, who would you choose? And I asked him, what does that have to do with what we're talking about? He's like, just answer the fucking question. I was like, I'll choose none of them. I'll choose me. And he looked at me. He's like, then you on the right path, bro. You know, people would have been like, you putting you first, because what would your parents tell you? Worry about you, mijo.
Facts.
We're good. We're on our way out. But what's your intuition? What's your, like, I'm going to help you. No, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I can to take care of your enemy. All right. Well, then stop taking care of your enemies and start taking care of you.
Right.
So my thing is, your cup of water is going to, at one point, like, that's it. It's going to finish. It's going to be gone. Like, that little drop, you're going to determine whether it falls on you, it falls on a friend, it falls on your girl, or maybe it falls on something new that you're about to start.
Right.
And starting that new thing can be, hey, I got to cut this part of my plant. I got to remove this leaf.
No, that's why I feel like this last season of my life definitely was just removing certain people that, just stagnant. You don't want to grow, I can't force you. I'm trying to move up and trying to progress.
If you don't want to grow with me, then I'm going to grow out of you.
Exactly, right. It's difficult because, sometimes you care about people and you have bonds with people, but there's also sometimes you got to pick, like you said, you got to pick yourself, man. Because if you don't pick yourself,
no one else
they're not
will.
going to pick you.
Yeah,
Shit.
and then sometimes people think, oh, you're being selfish. Like, you're just thinking about you. Like, you don't even want to.
Well, it's selfish to them because you're no longer satisfying them.
And that's the thing. When people don't, and that shows a lot of you for, like, saying that. Because people can't admit shit like that, bro.
Right.
They're like, nah, I think it should be really this way, or what you're saying is wrong. Well, because maybe don't try to, like, say that you're right. Maybe just take the criticism. Because if they're bringing it to your attention, they say it once, say it two, you're saying, well, for example, like if you got a friend that, is just kind of weighing you down, or like you want to do A, B, and C, and he's just focused on Z because he's just trying to get to the finish line. You get me? You're step by step trying to get there. And if you realize that having this person here and his things is already at the finish line, is going to get there quicker, then it's like, nah, man, like, I'm here, I'm going up. If you think you're already over there or better than me or whatever the case is, or you think that I'm better than you because, you're doing what you want to do and that's not involving him in the picture, then, it's up to him whether he wants to, like, wish you peace or he wants to hold that resentment. And with you, I think it's like, I don't want nothing but peace, but if you want to, like, cause something or start something, it's not going to be with me, because by the time you do that, like,
Not trip out. I had a situation to me, it's I don't know. I could take it many which ways, but somebody that used to work here just had a package mailed here, and I was like, there's only two of which ways I could take this. You purposely sending a package here to make an excuse to show your face here again, or you're an idiot. Like, one of the two, bro. Cause
like, you really just, like, what are you thinking?
Because to me, it's the first one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, he already hit me with a little apology, trying to be cool and everything.
Nah,
and
man.
I was like,
Sounds like manipulation to me, bro.
Exactly, bro.
Sounds like manipulation to me, bro.
And when I started reading certain books and that analyzing and evaluating certain people, I started reading patterns. I started catching patterns, and I'm like, bro, hold up.
How
and
people
like,
try to creep back into your life.
You feel me? And I'm like, nah, bro.
After you've already, like,
you just dropped the axe already. So it's like, it's just interesting how, when you're trying to elevate, there's always people watching you too.
Oh, yeah.
That they were talking shit or they were feeling some type of way or feeling envious, and then out of nowhere, you still see them on your story. You still see them, like, watching, creeping.
And that's the
They're
thing.
fans.
It's so easy to now know that. And I think that's also the issue. They're like, oh, I can just take on my phone up. Yep. And it's sad that people will still deny, nah, that's not me. No, I'm not doing that. Like,
It's like, fam.
bro. Like, what do I got is like, okay. Like, I think that's why we also live in an era where it's like we meet someone that's unloyal, or we meet someone that just wishes you bad, or see someone that just simply doesn't want to, like, see you do good, bro. Like, there's people out there that just have hate because they just like that. I don't know. Like,
Shit, to me, I feel like what I've learned, I was watching this sermon yesterday that said sometimes people don't want you to, since you're growing, the trauma, you're not relating to the trauma because you're healing from your trauma. Mm-hmm. And then since you can't relate to the trauma anymore,
bonding.
yeah, like, it's like, oh, we can't relate anymore, so you switched up. You're different now. And it's like, nah, bro,
and
I healed from
that's
that.
when people really say, like, you switched up, it's you're no longer satisfying the idea that they had of you.
yes.
And then it's like, and they never really got to know the real you in order to have a relationship with you.
Yeah.
That even though I might be healing and changing, like, did you really have a friendship with me then, Or did you just have a friendship with that
or
trauma?
Did you have me in your life for the same reasons that I see you in my life?
Right.
Because I saw you as, like, shit, I need something. Like, hold up, I'm going to call my homie up, my friend up, like, hey, man, I got in that car accident. Like, dude, I'm not good to drive. Like, you mind, like, if I leave my car at your pad? Like, the simplest shit, bro. And it's
Right.
like, you'll realize there and then, shoot, maybe this person will say, like, I'm going to call this person last minute, like, last resort, because I already went through A, B, and C. And this person's like, yeah, I got you. Like, damn, I just met this motherfucker. Like,
Bro, I just had that situation.
I'm telling you, because I just had the same thing.
I just had that situation.
It's eye-opening, and it's like God puts people in your life, bro.
I was in this shop crying my balls out a couple days ago.
Pause.
They should be sweating, but all right.
If I'm crying, it's Jesus Christ. It's not pause, right?
Yeah.
But eyeballs.
That's what he meant.
My
That's what he
eyeballs out. I was crying my eyeballs out to
Yeah.
Jesus, right? So I'm like praying, like, yo, man, get me out this bind or whatever. And low key, bro, like you just said, man, you meet people that for an odd reason, you know, obviously he likes my haircuts, but shit, it's like it's been more than like, bro.
Cutting hair is more than cutting hair.
It is, because like there's some moments where I know I've helped
He
him,
has to
but
be
like
a therapist.
I bartend at night, so I feel you.
you already know that shit, bro. It's that service.
Yeah, you two guys
aspect.
are like low key the therapists of society. Low-key. Bartenders and barbers, bro.
Bro,
Straight
you're
up.
just listening to them, and like sometimes they're talking some real shit, bro. Like I think being behind a bar top, being a bartender, you're making sure they have their drink and they're satisfied. They're like probably either the most vulnerable, bro, or
the alcohol,
yeah, right, because of the alcohol, or they really just like they come in there and like everything just blanks for them, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that having a beer, like you say, shit, I had a long day at work. I'm gonna go have a crack of beer when I get home, right? For you guys, I'm gonna crack a beer and watch the show, right? For them, it's like I'm gonna wait till I can't wait till I get off work. I'm gonna go to the bar. Cause I'm telling you, these are regulars, right? Sit there, bro. Same beer, same ultra, whatever they want. But 3 hours will just have like 5 drinks. It's not like they're pounding. But the shit that we're talking about, it's like, oh, it's Tuesday. Like, hell yeah. Like, I know fucking Kyle's gonna come by tonight. Like,
Oh shit.
you feel me? Like, he comes
Damn.
by and we're talking, we pick up from where we were. And it's like, hey, man, how did your situation go with this and that? And I
Right.
feel like that's how it is. Because when I go to the
Dog,
barbershop,
it's
it's
shit.
like, hey, yo, bro.
I'm the
let's
type of barber. I remember the last conversation. I try to remember each client's conversation just
Yeah, you gotta memorize their haircut, might as well, you know?
exactly, right. You gotta remember, like, hey, how did that job interview go, or how did that date go? And like, I have certain clients like they'll trip out when I tell them like, damn, bro, you remember that shit? And I'm like, yeah, bro, we were talking, fam. Like, I fuck with you, bro. Like,
Hey, how many barbershops are there?
there's so many. Bro.
Okay. Not just anybody walks into your shop. You feel me? Like, there's a reason why they walked up and said, fuck, I'm gonna go there today.
Right.
Whatever the reason is, they walked in, then your shop, you're doing your thing, you're giving
Nah,
your
man.
service.
And then yesterday I had got into one of my clients, like, and I never get into it with my clients, but this is like some. Even if he watches this, I love you, bro. But like, he was saying some shit that, bro, I couldn't co-sign anymore. I was like, bro, I just can't. You're living backwards if this is how you're really living, bro. And he was saying some shit that like, I'm not gonna put it out there, but it was just like, nah, bro, you're in the wrong, and I'm gonna tell you you're in the wrong.
Right.
And then when I asked him, I was like, hey, yo, hold on, let me scratch that. How old are you, bro? And he told me he's like 26. And he was like, I'm 26. I'm like, bro, you're at the pinnacle, my boy. Like, next thing, you're about to be a father in the next couple of years. If you meet the girl, like, that shit can happen in a week, bro. Like, you can land a seed. Anything can happen. You can even end up in jail,
that's
bro.
right.
Just, you're a grown-ass man. You can't be playing these, like, 18, 20-year-old games right now.
Right.
And he was like, he got hot, bro. He got mad, bro. And to a point where I just even told him, don't pay me, bro. Just get out of here, bro. And, like,
Damn.
after, bro, he was in his Uber and hit me up. And he was like, bro, my bad, bro. I was mad. And I was
Nah.
like, bro, I got love for you, bro. That's why I'm telling you this shit. Because
Right.
nobody tells you this shit. Clearly, nobody's telling you you're fucking up, bro. Like,
Everybody's co-signing.
everybody's co-signing everything he's saying, or he's just not letting nobody know this
And this
shit.
was recent?
Yesterday.
Oh, fuck, he's coming back though, bro.
Nah, I mean, I'm sure he is because of the conversation. And then,
Yeah.
like I said, like,
Yeah.
he knew that I'm coming from a place of love, bro, because I'm hearing you. And as that therapist, I'm going to tell you if you fucking up. I'm going to hold you accountable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just be like, yeah. Give me my money, get the fuck out. Like, to me, I just don't feel
No.
like that person, you know? Like, I've always felt like, let me point you in the right direction because you're fucking up.
Yeah, like, so their experience is like, I went to New Light Barbershop, and yeah, I remember when they were cutting me up, bro, like, I like it there that we're talking about this and this and that, some real shit. You get me? Like, that's an extra thing to add. You get me? To your business, too. It's
I
like,
always like to add that
because
experience. where it's
I
like-
can say it for myself. When I go to my barbershop all the time and I go over there, I'm just like, oh, hell yeah. Like, my boy Devin, he cuts me up. We're there. And he's young. He's younger than me. You feel me? And he's, like, cutting my hair. But the person that used to come out here taught him. So I trust him. He's cutting my thing. Again, the trust, too, bro. You go and you're like, oh, he ain't here yet. You can get cut up by him. I'll kick it out. I'll wait. You feel me? I'll wait the extra 34 or 45 minutes, bro. Cause I know, like, with this new person, I'm probably gonna like, hey, how are you? Who are you about? Blah, blah. With this barber, it's like, dog, bro, I'm stressing it, bro. Like, this fucking coaching my job, dude. Like, I'm ranting. I go right into it, and I know you're gonna give me an authentic answer. Oh, dog, I just got this new car, and they just fucking crashed it, bro. And he's just like, dude, for real? I'm like, you work your fucking ass out. You were telling me about trying to get this car like a couple years ago, and it's like not even a weekend. I'm like, it was a fucking hit and run. This is a true story, by the way. And I was like, fuck, man. I was like, man, this shit just happened. I just got my whip, and I was like, fuck. And he's like, who hit it? I was like, bro, I don't know, man. Like, this shit happened when I got out the bar. I was like, probably someone drunk, tracked the cameras, and they're fucking playing stupid with me. Long story short, bro, I'm taking the L. It is what it fucking is. I'm not going to whine about it. But I can talk to him, and that fool gives me a raise. Like, you know what, bro? Like, at this fucking point, like, if they hit your car, man, you're fine, you're healthy. So you can fix that shit if you want. And if you don't want to fix it, it's up to you, bro. But if you were in the hospital right now, like, you know how musty you would have came back after that fucking hospital is? I'm like, motherfucker. You feel me? But, like, he's still throwing a joke in there saying, dude, like, don't trip, you're good, Versus, I've had people where I talk to them, I tell them some real shit, they're like, yeah. Oh, that's crazy, bro. I mean, you'll be all right. And it continues with you. Then it's like, I just told you my motherfucking grandma died, dog. Like, you over here saying it's all right. Like, I don't want to eat fat burger anymore.
That's some fucked up barbers out there. I've seen it. Like, I had a barber in here before back in the day that he used to be like his body language was like, he didn't want to cut hair, but he was cutting hair. And I'm like, bro, why do you come cut hair if you don't want to cut hair? Your body language is just repulsive. It's like telling me.
You're lazy.
Not even lazy, bro, because he was about his shit, but it was just like, amargado, bro. Like, like...
He didn't come with, like, an approachable attitude?
No, none whatsoever, bro.
Oh, you see?
And I'm like, bro, you're the Grinch, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Grinch of the shop, bro.
Real shit, because it's like, as the owner of the shop, I like to control the environment and create the ambiance.
You have
and
to,
it's
bro.
Like,
you have to,
for somebody to have that type of energy, it's like, fuck. Like, that's why even to me, like, I don't know if it's a Hispanic thing, but we always greet when we go anywhere. Like, it could be Mexican, Salvadorian, Guatemalan. Everybody's always greeting everybody, right? And
that's what I love about Mexico.
Bro, I hate it when like somebody walk in the shop that's a barber and doesn't greet. Like I'll look at you like weird, but I'll be like, what's up with this fool? Like who raised you?
Why didn't you say hello?
Right. Like,
or like he also has some barbers that he's had in the past where like he'll hire them. And then you would earn good money here because of the city, the location.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, oh, you're building up your clientele. Like, just be outside, bro. Like, see if you can pull a walk-in. They won't even do that. They'll chill. Like, he'll tell me they'll be chilling on their cell phones. And he's like, what are you doing here? Like,
that's also people don't know how to cold approach people, too, though. Like, they're like introvert in that way. Like, that they can't
I was talking about that with the females about guys nowadays. They can't play the field. What do you do with... You're a bartender, so you know what the hell. Like, have you ever seen that awkward moment at the bar where you see, like, all right, there's the
cold approach?
Yeah, like
a guy just approaching.
Not even that cold
to
approach.
me or to someone.
Nah,
well,
like,
you see it from the. Let's do it from the bartender perspective.
Yeah, you see it happening. Like,
you
oh
see
shit, he's gonna do it, guys. Oh my God. That type shit.
Okay.
Like,
You're talking about like when a guy is trying to pick up a girl.
Yeah, like and you're like, oh damn, he was a cornball. Oh, he got game. Like,
I think 8 to 10 times they get swerved. Like 8 to 10 times they get swerved.
There ain't no plays out there, huh?
But what's amusing is the reaction, bro. The reaction. You got the guys that are like. The look in their eyes is like, oh, this was like, don't look like pissed. You can tell they're heated. And the other ones would be like, oh, no worries, I respect that, that's okay. 20 minutes later, they're talking. The ones that get pissed and get heated or like, take it wrong, bro, like, and they'll be the whole rest of the night salty, bro. Salty.
It's all energy, yo.
And they'll see the one that got swerved later, and they'll pull up. I'm like, I see my boy, that one.
Right. Exactly.
And they're like, oh, you saw that? I was like, yeah. I was like, second time's a charm.
Persistence.
Nah, bro, it's how you handle the rejection.
I was like, there's always second chance. Like, nah, third time's a charm. I was like, oh, all right.
You know what's funny, though? The guys that get rejected, and you were like, man, you fat anyway. I didn't want
like,
you.
Okay.
They start insulting the girl when they get rejected. I'm like, bro,
the thing, I didn't say what they said because I couldn't hear, but the body language, because you can tell, like, like, trying to build up, like, homies are like, yeah, like, we're hyping you up, fuck it. And I was like, they walk over and, like, even, like, the walk through, like, they approach.
They're peacocking, bro.
I'm over here washing the dishes, dog, I'm over here, like,
you're like, la, 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 la.
Dumbass motherfucker. You know, 20 minutes later, they'll be like, "Can I get another drink?" Yeah. Put a little bit extra alcohol in there for them. Here you go. I'm like, "Well, this is really good." I just throw more sweetener in that shit, food, and it balances it out. But
Damn.
get my tips.
Here's the other thing. How many girls get free drinks? Since you're bartending.
I get no. I have not given one free drink.
No. How many girls are you seeing that are getting free drinks?
Oh, finessing drinks.
Yeah.
He passed the test because he's about to fail.
All the time, bro. Because you know what happens? They'll
My
be
boy's
like
about
at
his
the bar
money.
top.
He's like, I ain't giving out no free.
Nah, like that. They probably watching too. Shit. Shit, no
He's like, a
drink.
mí no me chapeas.
Nah, I hook up my homie that walks in first before I hook up a girl,
Damn,
bro. Nah,
that's crazy. Hold up. So you see mad bitches just get like they're freeloaders then.
dude. They walk in. I think, yeah. There's always at least one or two every time I like two interactions
What
like
bar
that. Every time
you-
like Cantina Way in Canoga. It's one of the tacos way chains.
Oh yes, I've been to that one, bro.
Yeah, the Cantina Way. I work right there, bro. Yeah.
That's sick.
That's
What
the one that's off
every night?
Roscoe, right?
Yeah.
Next to the Vallarta and shit.
Right there. That one.
Yeah, bro. I used to go to that a lot.
Yeah, go right there, bro. I swear, like every time you see those girls that post on their story, the little neon light that says "La Toxica." Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah,
Oh,
right there.
He's like, that's their
Go
location.
there one day. It's pretty dope. You get tacos and everything. It's a little bar. It's dope
Yeah,
as
it's
fuck.
dope. It's chill. I mean, like we got
chill.
this drink called La Toxica. It's, in other words, it's an AMF. Girls love that shit, bro. They walk in. Can I get? It's funny because like every time they're like, they'll come in. Hey, how welcome you guys? You guys want to drink? Or you guys want a menu? They'll be like, no. You guys want drinks? Yeah. You guys what you want? We want something sweet. Typical shit, you know. But all right, you know. I mean, I can make whatever you guys want on here sweet. Put it like that, and they'll be like, oh, all right, like that makes it easier because then there's really just like two sweet drinks. You know, at this point, I'm like, let me just get them something that's gonna, you know, bigger portion, get them fucked up a little quicker.
right.
They get this shit. All right, yeah, they'll get it. And then I'll tell them, like, do you want a La Toxica? And they'll be like, what'd you call me? And I'll be like,
No, that's a drink in the menu if you look right here.
Yeah, and it's funny because the first time I'm just saying, like, it's what I say here, yeah. But the first time it happened to me, like, I didn't know how to take it. I was like, oh shit, like, no.
That
I was
guy
like,
just offended her.
I was like, oh no, I'm about and her, you know, it's her and three other homegirls, you know, little baddies, and you know how they get worked up. You insult one, you insult all of them. And you know, they're like looking at you like, who are you know, like, and they're short tall, so they're looking at you like you can feel it. You can feel it, dog. They're just staring you down and shit.
You're about to get swung on and shit.
Motherfucker, you know, bink. So I'm looking and like, I'm like, no, my bad. Like, I didn't mean to. I'm not calling you that. I'm saying the drink's like Toxica. And they're like, and then like, they'll be like, oh, okay. And then like, now I have fun with it. Because every time they order now, our drinks, we have a bunch of drinks and they're named different. It's like, for example, an AMF is La Toxica. I think a Sex on the Beach is La Fresona. Like, there's different things. So yeah, exactly. And then like
It's just Hispanic, basically.
Hispanic, but
They made it Hispanic names to drinks
with like
that are already,
sayings, right? So when you say these sayings to these girls and they're under the influence, you know, if they misinterpret, they're like, "What did you call me?" Like, I'm not a fan. And I'll have fun with it. I'm like, "Oh, I'll get you this drink." And like for the son, I'm like, "You look like one." They'll be like, "Well," I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding. It's the name of the drink." And they're like,
Also,
"Did you just?" I'm like, "Nah, it's a good drink. Trust me, I'll give it to you." I'm like, all right.
Have you? Are you taking or?
Me? Yeah, I'll take it, my boy.
Okay, so before you were taking, did that land in the play? Those toxicas and all those little like joking like that with them?
I think I just always did it to kind of, I mean, you got to flirt with them and make your money and your tips, you feel me? I was actually talking to the girl that I'm with when I was started bartending, actually, so.
Never got to
see it. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like, I mean, they hit on me all the time now. They try to get at me, but I'm like, no, sorry, I got a girl. And they'll be like real cool. After they're like, wow, we really respect that. Like, they'll come back around. They'll be like, no, we're looking for Luis. That's how it is. Like, that, oh, we're looking for Heidi. Like, or we're looking for whoever, you know, the girls look for the guys and the guys, and vice versa. So they'll come and, like, you know, they'll still try, like,
So it's a big bar at that spot then?
It's not big. It's just, like...
They got the regulars.
They got the regular. Yeah, you'd be surprised, bro. Like, every Friday, Saturday, when I work usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday. At least if I work all three or one of the three or two of the three, whatever it is, I see regulars that I see. And I'm like, okay, if I saw you Friday last time, I saw you Thursday this week. Motherfuckers are here Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You feel me? Like, look at the
Fucking
tabs later. I'm like, oh, yeah, this was...
and shit.
Dude, people... Like I said, it's insane how people like look forward to coming
Have you ever seen somebody that's like, I'm on my 4th DUI, but fucking man, I'm here again and shit.
Full by escobetas
Right.
all night.
Like,
What
he's
you
like,
mean?
I Uber it now, bro. They suspended my shit. Like, I can't get it no more.
Took you 4 times, my boy. It's funny because once they start like really drinking, like you can really fuck with them. And it's funny because like they like that shit. They get like real open. Like, hey dog, guess what? You're like, fool, you know I got cheated on 3 times. And I'm like,
Hell no.
like I'm like, you don't want to say some shit like that out here right now. Like there's some cute girls by you. Like you see them get up, like, you know, walk away and shit.
What about like?
Man, there's so many funny shit that's happened, bro. Like back to the whole finishing the drinks. Not this weekend, but last weekend, some girl walks in. You can tell she knows she lives good. She walking in with some guy, and this guy is just like there. Walking by, no hugging, no holding hand, no nothing. So we pay attention to that. We're like, are they together? Nah, like, who's paying? Like, how are we gonna finesse? You know? They're walking in, they sit down, and I'm like, she goes up, typical shit, goes to the bathroom. So I go up to him, like, you know what you want to drink? He's like, oh, I'm gonna wait for her.
So he's getting her to finesse the drink so that he can drink for free.
Yep,
He wants another dude to pay for it.
So I just be like, all right, for sure. And like, they'll come back, are you ready to drink? I'm like, yeah. And then by the time they already talk about what they want. And then I think he got a Jameson. Yeah, Jameson and pineapple. Something, bro. Some whiskey. I don't know what it was. And then she ordered a berry way, which is like a little, like, it's like a tequila drink with like berries and raspberries, and it's real good. But anyways, she got that. Cool. I think they probably had just met, or it was one of those things where like you just here for the money. I don't want to say nothing, but like maybe like 4 or 5 drinks in, I was like, hey, you guys want more drinks? And they're like, no, actually, she was like, oh, can we get a menu? I'm like, oh, she's gonna eat right now? Like, all right, get her a menu. She's ordering food. And asked me, you want anything? No, just for her. And in my head, I'm like, all right. Go back. You know, I'll put the food in. Food comes, I give it to her. And she's eating the food, and I ask him, like, hey, you want another drink? Do you want some more food? And he's like, nah, I'm cool, I'm all right. I'm just waiting on her. I'm all right, whatever, you know? So it's like 1 a.m. now, coming back, like, hey, last call's gonna be like in 15 minutes. Like, you guys want another drink?
Y'all close at 2 right there?
Yeah, we close at 2. Kitchen closed at 1:30. Yeah, we closed at 2. And we had DJ till 2 a.m. Yeah, so then, like, so I asked him, like, oh, okay, you guys want another drink? So now we're gonna have last call. And he's like, no, it's okay, we'll close out. I'm just like, do you guys want to close out? And she just like stayed quiet, right? Because he would order drinks and she would order drinks. But where I do it as a bartender on the screen, you put 2 guests, but they're together. But it's like you pay this just in case. Like, oh, can we split the check? Well, I already got that shit split. Like, here's your, you know.
Right.
So I'm coming back, and I'm like, you guys ready to close out? I'm like, yeah. And he's just like, here's my card. He gives him the card. And, like, you know, she just kind of stayed quiet. And I was like, all right, cool. He's got it. You know, and he goes, boom, give him the card. And she's like, actually, hey, can I get another drink? And I was like, oh, we can't give out any more mixed drinks, only shots. That's the rule. At that point, we just only serve shots because it's quick. You know, that's it. And then she's like, yeah, you know what? Can I get 3 shots de Casamigos? And the guy just, yeah. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like,
yo, it shots like what, $9 each or what?
I was like, they're not even like $11 now. Yeah, they're
14,
like $12
right?
Casamigos.
Yeah.
I think they're 15. They're 12 or 13. They're
12
like 13
to
bucks.
15.
But like the Casa Azul, the
Yeah.
70, those shits are like $35, bro. It's insane. When they come in like, oh, can we get the best tequila? I'm like, you sure? I'm like, we want that one. I'm like, do you want the 1800s? Like, yeah. I'm like, how many? And they're like 6. I'm like,
How much is the 1800?
bro, it's like $35 for a shot. 3 more heads and buy a bottle, you know?
Basically.
But yeah, bro, and she was like 3 more shots. And that guy, bro, he played it cool, but I saw him kind of like, you know, like what? And I looked at him, I was like, you want, and I played it cool. I was like, you want some, do you want a drink yourself? And do you want shots too? He's like, no, not just for her. I come back, he's like, you know, oh yeah, I'll take one. I think this was probably like, fuck it, like I'm gonna pay him for all of it anyways. Again, I'm like, okay, like I give the card to the little device. I'm like, you guys got ready to close out, going like this, right? Because it was loud. And that fool's right there, and then like she just stays still, and he looks at her, and that fool just grabs his wallet, and he just like pays it right there, boom, takes it. I don't know if they went home together or not, but the look on that guy's face was just like, man, fuck this shit. I just got fucked. I think he saw like,
You got hustled?
I got hustled, like, and in my head, I'm
This
like,
girl
how
literally
did you
took
not
3
notice
more
this shit,
shots,
bro? Like,
bro.
and these people,
Ass and tits, man. That's all you gotta have.
and that was last weekend. And this last week, I see her again, but with some other dude.
So she takes him on to the same spot.
Her name is La Tóxica. Her name is La Toxica. You found her at
So I
Taco's
come to
Way.
and I was so shook on Saturday night, bro. I was like, no fucking way. She walks in, I see her, and I'm like, oh, it's this fucking weird ass couple
It's her
last
game,
time. I look at her, I'm like,
yeah.
and she know what she doing, bro, because she looks at us. I knew she saw me, was like, you probably know what's going on. And I play it cool. I'm like, yeah. I just come back like, Barry Way? She's like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
For me, bro, as a guy, that'd be a red flag, bro. If she knows a spot like that, the bartender knows her like that, I'm like, nah, bro. That's a red flag. Red
He's like,
flag,
I'm out.
bro.
And there'll be
my
those
boy.
guys that come in, they'll be like, hey, I will. Like, no one knows I'm here for sure. All right. I'm like, yeah, just hook me up all night, and that's it.
What
fool.
about, have you ever got a cheating situation where like the girl comes in and she finds the
Confessions and fights that happen.
Nah, not even like
What?
I found my boyfriend with somebody else at the
I've heard the
restaurant.
stories, but I haven't seen the altercation. I can't wait to see that, though.
Yeah. Like she came into the fucking
can't wait.
restaurant. She's at the bar. He's at
The
the
cheating
bar.
gets confessed in
You
front
know
of
what?
you.
It was a confrontation where it was like, yeah, for sure, bro. There was a confrontation where it was like, that had happened, but they were like coming. This guy was just trying to come back with the ego, trying to fight him now, right? And that was being said, but it wasn't like at the moment like, oh, hey, this and this. I guess it was like beef that they were still left halfway going. So they took it outside, but yeah, they fucking went at it in the parking lot. And
So there's fights at
motherfuckers-
that spot too sometimes. Like
It's happened. We take them outside. I mean, it's rare, honestly, but the times that I've seen it, like, it's like they do go away and we send them. And everyone that's there, that's like in the chisme, does a good job of like, hey, like, for respect the spot. Like, if you guys want to handle this shit, then go down the fucking there, go somewhere else, you know?
Right.
Because, like, at the end of the day, it's like, if you guys want to do that, handle it, fight, then whatever it is, and do it over there. Because sometimes you see these motherfuckers come back later on, and it's like, you guys gonna cause no trouble, right? Like, nah, like, one of them come back and just kick it and drink, I'll beat up and shit, but it's fucking... I mean, at the end of the day, man, you know shit when you're sleeping.
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. But yeah, dude, working at a bar, low key, that's just been kind of fun. Like, it's a... I look forward to going. Like, first of all...
You've seen a lot of angles of human nature, for sure,
Dude,
based on your jobs.
I seen... Man, I can tell you now when a guy sitting is depressed, I'll tell you this guy is just like... Oh, you'll have like the guys that come in and just really kick it, fool. Like, they just come, like... And they spark a conversation with you. We'll talk about cars or trucks, and I'll tell them, hey man, like, what do you do? I'm like, oh man, I work down the dealership, fool. I just come over here, grab a fucking drink after, you know. I got my wife and kids later at home. My girl knows, like, I come here to just de-stress. And Bob, got my beer too. She knows I like my fries and get some outside the fries. He gets Papa's way. And I'm at the bout, real calm, bro. Like, his name is Chad, a real chill guy. And I'm like, all right, Chad. Right, he's got
Be like the Chadster.
yeah, Chad said something. You got a dealership name for. I tell him, can I speak to Chad? Like, you seem like a salesman, you feel me? He's like, nah, I was behind a desk. Funny dude, real cool, mellow, bro, but like financially stable, good. This guy has family, and I'm like, huh. It's like, yeah, his wife will call him, and it's like, where you at? Oh, man, cantina. Like, all right, baby, be safe. Like, my damn, that's what I hear every day. He just grabs his beer. Instead of having a girl tripping on you, she was just like, yeah, it's fine. And then you got like those, let's go pregame. You see four dudes walk in, the bar's still dead, there's no one there yet. It's fucking like...
They just start pounding?
Yeah, they start pounding and shit. Fucking hour and a half later, they're like, oh, well, fuck, I guess we're staying out. And the last one drink, my ass. Yeah, man, it's been an adventure. That's just been fun. The bar, the bottle service and shit, when they come, you gotta fucking go all crazy for them. Fucking give them
Do you guys do the science too?
Shit. I think special occasions, I've seen it. I haven't yet to do it. I've done the sparklers only, but
Oh,
I
so you
have
guys
to
do the sparkler,
when they do
yeah.
like a private close event, because we do
Okay,
have
yeah.
like, so you can do like rent the room out and stuff like that. It's cool. I like it, dude. It's a dope spot. Definitely fucking, like I said, it's an adventure, man. Fucking people and alcohol or something else.
Your brand, let's go to that.
Oh yeah,
DLB,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Don't look back.
Don't look back. Yeah.
So does that have to do with like everything that you've experienced, or you're like you can't look back now, or
yeah, the way you guys digest it, or the way you guys kind of like hit me with all these questions. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Everything we just talked about, kind of my background, what I did, like my work background, and kind of like where I came from. This was always kind of saying that my older brother always told me. Again, like I said previously, he was kind of like up to no good, like just hanging with the wrong crowd, with the wrong people and whatnot. But I think it had to do with his situation, being undocumented. He's just like the first child. My parents are like, new to the spot. So like he was getting bullied a lot. So he turned to that new kid, the Mexican that just kind of like didn't have a lot of clothes. They barely fit. Like he was picked on a lot. And it had to do with the fact where like the kids don't understand. or he was like, they're picking at me, but he knew like it's because like we don't have more than this. And these kids are just
I experienced that myself because growing up, like we did good, but then my dad went through a situation where he got injured. He was a sole earner, so then I saw the dip, you know.
Ooh.
And I experienced that in the sense, like I remember when I used to live in Almani. Almani is a very like Asian Mexican community. So they don't care. Back then, I don't know how it is now, but when I was growing up, they didn't care so much about like what brands you wear, what you wear. Like back then, dude, I would wear like Pro Clubs, I would wear Dickies,
what the fuck?
you know, like
I got Dickies shit on there right here.
Like that's the stuff I would wear, you know. But I remember when we moved out here because of necessity to the Valley, they registered me to Kennedy. Okay. Right? Kennedy, like, that's a huge high-end difference compared to where I was.
Huge.
So I remember my first day in class, dude, I was with, like, in a sense, like, poverty clothes, you know, to them. And I just see these two guys go at it, like, oh, like, what do you have? What do I have? You know, and they're going back on, like, their brands, like, from the shoes they're wearing, the pants they're wearing, the shirts they're wearing. And that's when I started noticing, like, I was not aware of like, oh, these high-end brands. But in that moment, it's like, oh, snap. Like, this is a whole nother world. Like, oh, snap. Right, these people wear like this and dress like this.
Like, I walk into a room, like, it's like, you start thinking like, shit, I walk into the room and people are like, look, now you understand what clothes mean to other people and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're looking at me like that. Or you already feel like a target. You're like, shit. So coming from like, that's a perfect example from like what I was saying. And I guess all that stuff that my brother went through, it made him it built up to high school. And I think he kind of like one day was like, I had enough. It was a multicultural day. And everyone from the clubs get to like sell their food, like from their heritage, you know, the shit they do in high school. So my brother is all excited because he's got $5 and he's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a fat ass burrito. My mom, he was like begging my mom the night before. Right. So this gets a burrito, right? Fast forward into lunch, they're having the meal, he's getting his burritos, getting out of line. These fucking kids are always punking on him, fucking come up to him, say all this shit like, oh, you little Mexican, blah, blah, blah. Like your parents can't buy you nothing. Food, like saying the most just to piss him off and like get to him, bro. He's fucking freshman in high school. And at one point in time, they just smacked the burrito off him. And he just fucking blew up. He was like, I'm fucking done, you know?
Because,
like,
your parents
he was, I don't give a fuck if my fucking pants don't reach my ankles. Like, I'm going to fuck you up. And he did. Like, ever since then, it's just... Like, he flipped. Like
and it's understandable. Your parents worked hard to give him that money.
Right.
He understood the value of those $5. And then the value of, like, getting that burrito. And then these people who don't understand that now smack it out of his hands.
And that's the exact concept that my brother explains to me. And that's why I said the story. Because he says it and he gives me that. Like you just said. I was like, I tell you this, bro, because this is the concept I'm trying to get to you. So don't be like that. So, grew up. Kind of was in gangs here and there, you know, hanging with the wrong crowd, doing the wrong thing. Just, again, you know that life where I'm sure you guys all have a background or know someone or related to somebody that's experienced some type of thing like that. If you grew up here in the area in Van Nuys, so I'm going to get death with it. But he was like, I took the wrong path. I went this way. I did this and that. But look, I'm okay. I'm good now. Everyone that I had is either alive or dead or locked up, bro. So he's dead or locked up. So don't do what I was doing. Just know that. Take the good steps, not the bad steps I took. And all the good steps that come your way, embrace them, bro. Because every door you open, every door that closes is because two are opening up, bro. Like something else is coming. Right. I learned to close my doors because I was like, fuck, I'm undocumented. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. So I was
he put his own limitations on himself.
Exactly. Right. So he's like, I hold a title you will never understand. But you have what I don't. So there's no way for you to...
have the same excuses.
Exactly. So it's like, do better. And whatever you do, don't look back. And if you like think that you're not getting the credibility or the acknowledgement or the rewards, or you feel like you're not getting the satisfaction you thought you were gonna get inside of you when you accomplish a certain thing, and you're like, fuck, why do I feel like it's not enough? Right. That I don't feel like it's enough is the confirmation that you still want to keep doing better for whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. Striving for, exactly. So then my brother was like, if you feel that way, it's cool. Doesn't matter if you have to prove it to the person to your left or right, or fuck, you realize you said or did something great and no one got to fucking see it. Right. He's like, nah, bro, that's where you're wrong. That's where you got to understand that. Don't look back, look up. That's the whole saying. So his way of what, and to interpret that, it was like he's watching. No matter what happens, and if something bad happens and doesn't go your way, just know the homie upstairs is watching, bro. Like if you put in the extra time, if you're really saying, hey, I'm staying up late, I'm practicing 3 hours after practice, because practice is required, right? Work is required. Like that's what, it's what you put after, that's
the extra.
right. That's extra fuel that you're putting in. And if you do this, all the people that do this don't really like own up to what they're saying. But if you let your actions speak for your words, what I'm trying to say, he's like, then you're fine. You don't gotta prove anybody to anybody. So whatever you're doing, whether it's something with school, with your family, with work, or something that you want to accomplish just because, so buy yourself something nice, is what I'm trying to say, just to spoil you, then make sure that you don't look back. If you were hanging with the wrong person, did the wrong thing, dated the wrong person, you feel me? Like you gave everything to this individual and now they're like, oh, fuck you, bye. All right, bro, that's it. Wrap it up. Don't look back. You feel me? So that's how it's been growing up, bro, since I was like, I don't know, like 7, 8, bro. And shit, I'm going to get it tatted on me. Like that's always been something that I live by. He's like, bro, you really made a saying that I always repetitively told you. I carried on. I said in high school. I said in college. I got to be the vice president for like the season team. I was playing there and that was fucking dope. And it was like, they fucking looked up to me and in a matter of, it was like, hey, yo, like, what we do next? Like, these are the drills. This is what we're doing. I did the programming. I was in charge of, like, ordering all the equipment. So it turned to, like, damn, I'm running a college thing. This is fucking dope. With the help of other 5 individuals. We have a cabin. And I'm like, how did I get here? Like, you feel me? I didn't even play in community because I was too of a little girl to fucking say, fuck it, I'm going to go play. Because I was just in my head, putting my own limitations.
What sport?
Baseball.
Oh, shit.
So then that's where my brother was like, all right, man, that's what you did wrong. What I told myself was, like, what I did wrong there was I kept looking back. And I repeated in my head, don't. So when I get really invested on something that I want to do, bro, and I'm all in, I realize that I never one moment am I even questioning what I'm doing. I don't question my
You gotta have blinders on. It's like the horse running the race. He can only he's got to have the blinders on him. If you try to race a horse without the blinders, the horse is gonna want to go different places.
Tunnel vision, out of sight, out of mind. And I go back to that saying, like the whole cup, watering your plants. The saying that I told my friend that night was like, it's like me and my car. I love cars, my passion. So my thing was like I use metaphors and sense of vehicles. And I was like, hey man, like I'm in my car, I'm driving, bro. If there's a stop sign, I'm gonna stop, okay? And I'm gonna let these people cross. Like I said, I'm gonna let them cross me, and I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. They can cross me, but it's up to me whether I actually want to like take the time and listen to what this person wants to say, and stay there, or hit the next checkpoint because I gotta make a right at the next street, right? And I told him like I'm going somewhere because I got a destination to be. If someone's gonna try to come and stop me, like that's up to you and how much you want to like really put the time into doing that because it's not gonna work.
Right. Okay.
So my brother was like, all right, so if you know you can do something, don't even fucking question it. Because if it's for you, it's already yours, right? Everyone says that. Everyone hears that. And my brother was like, well, you just got to have a saying. You got to have something to remind you. Sometimes you need someone to tell you, fuck, you're fucking up. You got to tell someone, you got to tell them, hey, now.
People that are accountable.
That are accountable. So, yeah, that's the perfect word to say. Yeah, so my brother was just kind of like, that's what
it seems like your brother kept you accountable to do better.
Yeah, and he was never around after that because he moved to Long Beach. He don't live out here for that reason, bro. He got to look over his shoulder if he's out here. So he's far away doing his own thing. He's like, to this day, I'm over here because of my fucking actions, bro. He's like, I got respect out there. I'm not saying I'm going to go and get my ass blown up fucking over if I come down to the side of the valley, but there's nothing for me there. He's like, I'm doing better over here. I became a better person, got a better education, better like job. Because I
reinvented himself.
Because I drove the other 45 minutes over the hill, bro. He's like, that's all it took. All of my other friends are like locked up, and he's like, what's your excuse? You're the head of like the family.
Yeah, because if he comes back here, pulls him back into that life, and there's no reason.
And for him, it's like you're like the brain of the family, bro. Like you're the one that's doing it the right. Like you can break the chain, and you have, and it's like embrace it, dude. Because if I fucking could have done it, like that's like. I have pride that my little brother did it because it's like I can say, yeah, I know someone from my family that got to do it.
But I feel like even he got his own testimony, the fact that he's still alive, he's still over there, and he reinvented himself over there.
Right.
He got to hold that to himself too.
And that's why I remind him like because sometimes he'd be like, fuck, bro. Like he even says sometimes like, fuck, bro. Like I feel like what I've done all my life to get to here, like it's coming easier to you. And I'm like, bro, and it's coming easier to my little brother. But you got to understand that you did, bro, at 18. You were out. You did your own thing. And look, Never once have you came back, hey, I need help. Nah, my boy, like, respect to you. Mom and Pop say to this day, like, he took off and he said, I'm going to take off. And he's like, all right, you got balls, go ahead.
Right.
And my parents were like, all right, pues, all right, if you want to do it, then go ahead, you know. Fucking did it. Went to school, did his shit.
Real shit.
It wasn't easy. I saw like all the shit that fool went through. Although as I grew up, he was like, hey man, I could talk to you about certain shit now because you understand, you comprehend it. Like you ain't gonna fucking telling your mom and dad, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So I think that I had to grow up real quick in the sense of like, hey dude, like be a hustler. So growing up as a kid, bro, I used to sell chocolates. From chocolates I went to like buying bikes. From buying bikes I flipped them, and then from there I just went to making like doing stereo systems to tent to alarm systems, and I just started learning all these fucking skills, dog, huh?
You know how to do all that too,
bro. It's just like it's cake, dog. Like that's easy fucking money in your pocket, bro. Like on weekends sometimes I make another fucking like $400 or $500 in a couple hours, just do some fucking shocks and breaks. Like I would time myself for fun at work at home. Because my dad's a handyman, dog. This fool does everything. There's nothing that doesn't faze him. So I think that I had those skills and I had that shit exposed to me. It just kept me like, what can I invent? What can I learn? What can I do? Like,
high value individual right here, ladies and gentlemen.
His girl locked up a good one.
That's what she be telling me. She's like, you stuck with me. I'm like, all right. I'm just kidding. Nah, she been supporting me, bro, and all my shit that I've been doing. That's why I'm like, she a good one, bro. Feel me? Because I've come across people, man, like they're like, oh no, like you're doing too much. Like I can't focus. Like I'm doing my shit. I'm getting my shit done. You gonna ride with me, or I'm not gonna reroute from what I want to do.
Thanks, bro.
And that's how it's been. And if you find someone that's gonna support you like that, bro, even if it's not a girl, it could be a homie, bro. Like you just need that person. If it's your girl, it's a perk.
For sure.
You feel me? Like it's your best friend.
You're
getting double things, and it's just like
it's a homie then, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
A-town.
But no doubt, I mean, this podcast was birthed and it's gotten this far because I got the cousin Byron,
facts.
my brother Manny, my brother Enzo right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it weren't for these guys, bro, I mean, like I'd probably be doing it, but it wouldn't be like what it is right now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and yeah, you know, those relationships, you gotta take care of them and nurture them in a sense, you know, too. I mean, if it's a girl, it's even
man.
more,
I just recently kind of pretty much made it official, bro. Like it's just me and her, but we've known each other for about over a year now. But like she met me when my whole brand was a thought. You feel me? When I was writing my composition book.
She was pushing,
and it was the first couple months. Like she was far, see her here and there. It was nothing like serious. We both knew and shit. Like that's the thing. We always kept it real, and as time went by, like like we built that bond, and it's just like. Fuck, I seen you do this. Like, you wanted to start a brand. You wanted to do media. You fucking did it. You got to be able to, like, blow up your shit. And, like, you started to make money off of it. You said, all right, what's next? I'm going to get paid. And you said, after that, I'm going to make a brand. Then you're like, hey, I got to get a supplier. You got to get someone to manufacture your stuff. You got to get someone to design. You got to get someone to market. And I was like, you know, fuck that. I'll do it all myself. I just went grind mode, dog. And I just fucking every single day. To this day, I only sleep 22 hours a week, bro, from Monday to Friday. I'm going from job to job, and anytime I have time in between, I'll create videos.
The fact that you're saying you have your brand, you're bartending, and you're also doing parks, bro, and then whatever else you do, you're a busy man.
So where's the time for her?
Bro, and that's the thing. That's the thing. And that's
where's the
thing.
1 hour or 2 hours you give her?
You want to make time, you make time.
Facts, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I learned that. Like, I learned that with this person going, and, like, it's like, fuck, all right, I guess I'll see you next week. It's like, nah, hey, you got this gap, I got a gap. And, bro, sometimes it's just, hey, you realize now Sunday, Mondays are for us. Sunday, Mondays, you clear your schedule here, boom, boom, this and this. Like, she aware, I'm gonna do this. I broke it down to her what I was gonna do. She's like, hell yeah, that's your shit. Go do it. Go. I'm gonna get mad if you don't go.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I got work. I was supposed to be off. I told him, and I was like, fuck, I gotta go to work now. This shit came up. I fucking did a 12-hour shift today. And I was 10-hour shift. And she's just like, you gotta still go with them. I'm like, no, I know I am. I'm gonna get some food. I was texting this guy. I want to fucking Taco Bell, smash some tacos back here right now. I was just like, dude, she's like, this all day. She's like, this all gonna pay off one day.
Exactly.
You're always on the go. You're always doing something. You're always trying to learn. But she's like, you never give yourself credit. And that's my thing, bro. I don't give that's like you saying, like, you're doing this and that. It's like, fuck, you're right. Like, I'm over here thinking, like, shit, I haven't, like I was saying this guy that did, like, I haven't been able to focus my full potential on this because
and
I got this shit going on.
Like, for example, like...
But it's not like I'm going to stop. You feel me? Like,
for sure, yeah.
Like, I don't know, you know, when you're in the 9 to 5, right? The people that usually get paid the most are the people that are always bragging about what they do. If you're the guy that can get shit done, but you don't talk about it, you're never gonna get compensated.
This is what
you gotta get shit done and then be like, oh yeah, I did that. Oh, I did that order. I did this. I did that. And that's when they start paying attention to you because you're just being loud about it.
Yeah, man. Trust
Yeah,
me.
so you gotta take credit for it, bro. If you're doing stuff, you gotta take credit for it.
Yeah. What you're saying
Reward
is,
yourself too, bro.
and that's the
you know
thing,
what I mean?
bro.
Like
And
a
and that's
vacation or something, bro. It goes a long way, bro. Because I be just as busy, bro.
Nah, bro, fuck that shit, bro. I'm just like you, dog. Keep working.
Hell no,
I
bro.
haven't taken a vacation.
I
in
mean,
7
we're
years.
the same because I mean we don't got kids. He got kids, so it's you know what I
Oh,
mean
okay,
it's a bigger commitment
Yeah.
to go say I'm going to take a whole vacation. But I mean, you got.
I know, and that's the biggest
you
thing,
do
bro.
it, even if
my-
it's go to Palm Springs for a couple days.
Even
no
my
stress.
folks be like that, bro. Like what you're saying. I'm about to go on a cruise, bro, for like a whole ass fucking week,
Dope.
like Monday to fucking Saturday.
going with
No
you?
signal, no signal, no nothing.
Nice.
Just
Hell
fucking
yeah, bro.
escape everything. You feel me? Go to Ensenada, Rosarito.
I mean, it's shit. How old are you?
I'm 25, bro.
Yeah, so bro,
Yeah.
you in the you. I would
You
say
fine,
enjoy
you're
Like
it.
you
good.
said, I feel like I'm talking
You're
to
in a
my
good
older
track.
brother. I can tell you, like, bro, like you young, like just
You gotta enjoy it, bro.
Yeah,
exactly.
enjoy
'Cause
it,
once you
that's
get
it.
to like having kids, it's all over.
yeah. And he's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, enjoy it, be safe, bro. To be stupid, and at that fucking point, like, if you really about it, bro, cool. And if not, hey, man, like, you be surprised, bro. Like, life moves quick and a lot of shit happens, and
Fuck yeah.
he tells me that. I know his way of saying like. Maybe what you think right now is permanent. Hey man, maybe what you like been working on your life ain't permanent, bro. Like I'm not talking. He like his way of saying like, if you think because you're with this person or that certain thing went right or that night you sold out or that drop was successful, it ain't always gonna be like that.
It's
So that's-
highs and lows, highs and lows.
yeah, and
always.
he told me like, easy come, easy go, bro. Fast money comes fast, and that shit disappears before you fucking were able to enjoy it.
That part.
That's crazy, bro. We do have brothers of the same generation, huh?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I can kind of toggle off what he's
You know what
saying.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
He's 32, bro.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be 32 at the end of
That's
the
what I'm
month.
saying. Like
That's
that's why I
crazy.
said what class.
Same graduating class.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what class? I always hit people with that, what class? And I honestly, bro, like 9 out of 10 times I was kind of shook. They'll be like, dog, I know you, bro. What the fuck? Like I used to post up with him back in Delano, blah blah. Yeah, all the time.
Damn. That's
So that's kind of where I went from with the whole brand, bro. And I just kind of like, it was my Instagram bio for about, ever since high school. It was just my bio, bro. It still is to that day. I have not changed that account. I can show you authenticity of that account that I made like when I was fucking
the
freshman.
one that you
sophomore high
have
school.
at 20K.
Yes, that's my authentic. I have 4 Instagrams. That's my authentic one. Like I have that one, my business one, and then I have my my repair ones because I do like the repairs for cars, and then my podcast one.
Collision or a mechanic?
Pretty much a little bit of everything, bro.
Okay.
Like I have like my whole gun setup. I can do like the body shop. I can do.
I worked in that industry, in the auto car
Oh, yeah?
industry. Yeah, that was like my first jobs. That's what I asked.
What were you doing?
No, I worked more on the like getting parts, working
okay.
the dealership side, but I worked
See,
in that
I worked
side
at a dealership
of it.
too. I was a new used car inventory manager for Alfa Romeo for like about a year. So all I was doing was appraising cars, bro. Like inside like at least 200 cars a day. They would just come in like, hey, I want this for my car. I get them from Carfax, from auctions. Like on the one day, I'd just have a limit and pretty much go online and shop for cars all over the states, and they get them delivered to us. And like I was just like, hey, this is a quick, fast deal. So like I was a numbers guy.
25 years, you've had a lot of jobs, bro.
Yeah, I get that shit a lot, bro. Because I never believe in one job, bro. I feel like I gotta have 4 now, so later I can just own everything and just not work for anybody. Like you have to fucking have your wall to the back to be able to fucking one day say, yeah, like I would have
I
because
always tell people there's a lot of money in the car industry. Like,
fuck yeah, man.
I was telling Maury last time. I met this guy when I was because I worked
had
at
2 jobs.
I worked at Caliber. I worked at Caliber for a little bit, and then there was a guy that all he did was rapping, and
Money. I can do that as money.
But this dude didn't live here, bro. This fool lived in Montana. He had his family out there. He would come, be here on Monday, work Monday through Friday, leave, and then be the weekend with his family, and then come back. Take all the money he makes here, the bank in LA, and then live rich over there. That's what he was doing.
That's a smart way to do
And
it. I
then
mean,
he would
he's
just
taking care of his family.
He just had his line of shops, just going from shop to shop, bro. Like here in LA, like just rapping, whatever they had to do.
That's the dream, bro. That's smart. He's just collecting. That's it.
Yeah.
He's just collecting. How old is this guy?
This was a few years ago. Back that time, that dude was like 36. Yeah.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
fucking, you're set. But Alpha spent sleepless nights,
and
bro.
that's all he would do, just rapping. Like I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Like that's what I had a lot of friends that tell me too. Like, I want to start up this. I want to do this. I want to do that. We all fucking say. I said at one point. I always said it because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking do something one day. And this is just something small. Because my thing now, the bigger picture is like, if I was able to do this, like, bro, like I can fucking. Someone
Or
made
like
a
there's
fucking
guys
chairs making
that
millions every time they
repair
manufacture.
rims. That's what they do. Repair the rims.
Bro, those-
you know
I
how many
seen those
people
accounts blowing up.
scrape like parallel parking? A bunch of people scrape their rims.
Yeah.
Collision centers. There's guys that go to the shop, fix the rim, bro, grind
Quick,
it down,
it's quick.
and then repaint it, make it look like it didn't happen. There's people that do that.
And you're just taking money away from dealerships that could just go buy you a whole ass fucking set of wheels and shit.
exactly. Yeah.
Hey, shoot me 2 bills and I'll fix your rims real quick right now. Like,
Yeah, there's others that like do the windshield stuff or the window tinting.
Or they have that guy do come and then they still charge us.
And honestly, bro, like if you got a skill, it's just about applying it, bro, to the right people and using media correctly, and it'll happen, bro. It will happen. It's not difficult. All you really have to do is say, hey, I'm gonna do this. This is my plan. This is my product, or in this case, hey, this is my
That's
business.
what I was arguing with my client yesterday. I was like, you have to have a plan. You have to
You
have
can't just-
calculated risk. You can't just be like, because
Yeah.
he was like, bro, all this you have over here. I found it insulting that he was like, all this you have over here, it just came to you, and I was like,
Like if you didn't work in Van Nuys in a chair by yourself, like if you didn't work at Cutting Above.
And I had one of my students because I used to be a barber instructor, so I had one of my students that I hired recently, and I literally told him, I was like, hey, bro, all your clients, they just came to you, bro? And he just starts laughing, bro, because it's like he heard the heated argument. We were getting into a heated argument because he's like starting to tell me this shit where it's like, he's like, bro, I just gotta wait for my blessings to come to me, and I'm just like, bro, faith without works is dead, bro. If you're not working at nothing, you're not going to.
Those are people that sit around and wait till something good happens.
Bruh.
Like, that reminds me of that fucking scene from The Incredibles, dog. When that fool comes out the
leeches?
house, the fucking Incredible. I don't know if you've seen the movie Incredibles. When that fool comes out, he's like, "What are you waiting for?" He's like, "Something amazing." I don't fucking know. Have you seen that part? I was like, I don't know. Fucker.
You're just sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's how I tell people, man. Like, just like if you got a skill and you can say, I tell friends, like, hey, I got a friend that he can do tattoos and he barbers. He could cut hair and do tattoos. And I tell him, dude, you're really good at like art. Do tattoos. He's done my friends, a couple of people I know. I'm like, dude, build a website, make an Instagram account, give it to me. I'll promote it for a while. You do your thing, get your clientele. And it's a matter of time that people will come across it, bro, and they're gonna want to get a tattoo from you. And he's like, he has a whole setup, taking mine, like a whole fucking $thousands of dollars set, like it's right there sitting there. And I'm like, why didn't you do it? He's like, I know how to build a website. I'm like, bro, you know how to do stocks and all this other shit, bro. And like, he's super smart, bro, super intellect, but it's just like,
People sometimes don't want, they're limited.
They got the talent, but no work.
yeah. And then like, I taught myself how to do all that, like at home every day when I got home, like, or after like I got home from the gym and shit. I had time. It's like 10 o'clock. I'm staying up to like fucking 1 a.m. and I'm like watching 3-4 fucking videos after like 3-4 days. I'm like, all right, this is how you make the website. It took me like fucking 3 months to like get the whole layout. And I was like, all right, cool. And then I started to do the designing. And then I was like, well, fuck, now I got to worry about how I'm going to put it out there. Well, probably I was like, well, is this good material? Is this going to shrink? Is people going to want to buy this again or not? And I was just like, fuck all this shit you got to fucking take into consideration just to be like, hey, yeah, buy this shit. And you're going to want to. Now I tell people, buy it. And if it's like, if it shrinks on you, you can come back and I'll give you 3 for free.
I started
And it'll be
a
like,
clothing
what?
brand, and it was like I did one drop, and I haven't dropped another one since. It's called BAM, By Any Means Necessary. And it's like you say, it's hard. You come up with ideas, and then you're just like, fuck. Like execution. Is
Execution and being consistent at it is
the
difficult.
hardest part.
Yeah, because you can have great plans, but sometimes you can't do it
You
alone.
can't formulate it.
Yeah,
you
at
can't-
some point you have to start building a team to do stuff because
And-
doing it by yourself is impossible.
And that's
bro.
the barrier that I've come across. Where I'm just like, fuck, I know how to do A, B, C, and D, but if I have someone do A, B, C, and D, I can focus on the fucking rest to make this even bigger.
And that's why owners get employees.
Yep, and that's the and that's the thing. Like, you know, when you're doing your own thing, you don't want to pay
Or you can outsource
right,
it.
exactly.
I mean, now and shit, we got people in India that can do shit for you.
Yeah,
My
you can
boy was-
outsource
My boy
it.
You
made
got
a whole-
AI too. Trust me, like there's a lot of stuff
ChatGPT.
true, like all that stuff, bro. Like
You heard of Chat GPT?
Nah.
She's gonna come take everybody's jobs.
Nah, what's that?
All those
It's
skills
the
you're
AI
learning,
that answers everything for
all
you.
those skills you're learning, bro. That Chat GPT.
They had it. They had it
yeah.
pass like all the exams. It passed like all the doctor, the lawyers, like all the bar exam, all those difficult exams. Passed them all, bro. Like nothing. So
Jeez.
yeah, no, it's already up there. So yeah.
When it comes to your brand, bro, do you like plan, now that they say outsourcing, do you ever plan to like maybe in your future outsource it like that, or
What do you mean by outsource it? Like to
like in a sense like have it potentially like getting sold like a stores or something like that?
oh man,
or-
I mean that's ideally like
ultimate
the
goal.
vision at the very beginning, you're like, ooh, like I want it to be here. Like you already have to see where it's gonna be in order to even have the motivation to say, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna continue doing this and say, hey, once I finish this small goal, I'm gonna get to the second, to the third, to the fourth. Because that's the end plan. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, it's up to me, right? But I realized that in the whole process of doing this, unless you're passionate,
Yeah, you're not gonna keep going.
right? You're not gonna keep going. I'm not passionate about clothes, right? I'm
Passionate about the slogan.
right. Does that make sense? And that's
And the,
probably
and the because the slogan has pushed you to do a lot of things, which is why you
It's
want
more
to
of
get
a
the
motto,
slogan.
it's
right?
exactly,
Yeah.
and it's another way of putting it out there versus in words. Now it's on something someone can say, you can show, you can.
Now it's
promote.
tangible.
Exactly, it's tangible, exactly. And I think that I don't mind it. It's cool and it's fun, and it was a really cool experience to make quick, fast money. And then I saw that, if I continue to do this, it'll work, and it did. I reached 26 states in 3 months. So I thought that was fucking dope. I was like, I did this shit from the backyard of my house in a little fucking room, and I'm just like, wow, there's 26 different states that just ordered from me. Like I sold out in like less than a day on one night. And I was like, what the fuck? How does this work? I was like, is this real? You know, bing, 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 bing. My mom was like, what the fuck is this a chingadera? And I'm like,
People are buying.
people are buying, and she's like, all right, and you know, I'm over there with my label maker.
She's like, all right,
packaging
let
this
the
shit
thing
up,
go.
weighing this shit, slapping the fucking slip on there, fucking stack. You know, I'll show you pictures, bro. My room was stacked, bro. It's such a cool memory to look back. I'm like, damn, like, and my friends. I remember when I told my boy Roger, you know, I told him, hey, yo, bro, like, come over to the house, bro. I want to talk to you. Taking mine, I had told him, bro, I want to do this and that with media. You know, time went by, hey, bro, I got numbers now. Like, I can actually put something. I got a following. They'll probably, like, you know, bite into what I'm doing. Fast forward. I'm telling you, I'm fast forwarding months into this right now just to make it short for you guys. Right. Now I got to the point, I'm like, hey, yo, bro, like, come over. I'm talking to him. I'm like, look, man, this is how much I'm buying each shirt for. This is each hoodie for. This is what I'm getting it for. This is what I'm gonna sell it for. This is what the third party is gonna charge me. You know, the fees that you have, you know, with PayPal and all that stuff through Stripe. And I was like, look, this is the different types of like, they can use Apple Pay, they can use Stripe, they can use their card. I was like, these are the options for the customer. Here's a refund. I was like, breaking it all down. This is how I'll make. This is how much I'll make. This is how much the profit will be. This is what I can, recycle and use again and reinvest. Broke it down, and he was like, okay, this should make sense. You know, I needed like that not that reassurance, but like, what do you think, bro? You know?
Right.
Whether you say it's a bad idea, I'm still gonna find a way to make it happen. I just want you to be like, he looked at me and was like, dog, this is jotted out pretty good. He's a big numbers guy. He's a technician that works on cars for Subaru. And I was like, bro, this guy, like, you know, he looked at me. Well, he knows what he's talking. He's really good with numbers. So I know when I showed him what I was doing, he knew what I was talking about. He was like, all right, then what the fuck is your product then, bro? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know?
Right.
And he's like, you gotta understand, like, these are numbers. Is it gonna happen though? Like, you know, are you gonna sell this shit out? So I said, let's go. We walk over to my backyard and we open the room and that just filled up. And I was like, what's that? I was like, it's 100 hoodies. So he bought 50 black hoodies, 50 white hoodies. I was like, the one I'm wearing right now, actually. I was like, yeah. He was like, you're lying. How much is all this? I was like, remember the numbers I just showed you? He's like, you're lying. I was like, it's sold already. He's like, oh, I was tripping now, bro.
That's
You just
dope,
gave me
bro.
one. Damn me up. Was like, dog.
That's sick.
You did it. Like, you actually said, like, you know, I always, like, told people, like, I don't tell them what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I already did.
Yeah.
And I show them the monitor. I know, oh, shit. I got my fucking, like, 3 screens. You know, they're all connected on my laptop. And it's all, like, all synchronized so I can, like, design on one, do my orders on another. And, like, the third one is usually what I track, like, my shipments. Like, okay, this is the tracking number. Like, it's tedious, bro, because you don't get anything wrong. They get an email, they get a message. Then I started doing it through a live stream, and I was live streaming as I was packaging everything. And that's how people were like, wow, this person's taking the time to, like, fold everything up, spray it for the girls, throw in a little fucking sticker in there. And then I packaged it up, you know, put it into the little fucking, like... You know, I'm taking the time to do that. I'm weighing it. I'm doing the label. I'm like, all right, you'll receive your shirt, your hoodie the next day, and like the next 2 days. You know, oh, shout out to Illinois, shout out to Montana, shout out to Colorado. And I just got to the point, I'm like, what the fuck, you know? I got
What's the furthest order you got?
for this Hawaii, my boy. Hawaii, I thought that was fucking dope.
That's fucking
Hawaii,
crazy.
and then the Netherlands. I was able when I got an order from the Netherlands. I was like, "What the fuck?" There was like an error, and it wouldn't allow it. So the person I think reached out to me through the Instagram and was like, "Hey, yo, like." Oh no! Reached out to me on one of my lives. I guess he was like consistently trying to get my attention. And one time I read it, and he was like, "Yo, like, can you like adjust your business to be able to like, you know, buy over over the US, overseas. And I was like, where you from? You know, I'm on the live stream. Where you from? He's like, yeah, Netherlands. So later I was like, yeah, I'll look into it. Like, I even wrote down his name, his Instagram, his TikTok info, whatever, like his username. And I was like, yeah, man, I'll get back to you. And I was like, I'm a man of my word. I'm gonna take it. Like, this person is serious, is reaching out. So I went to my website, I adjusted the settings so that way people can like order outside, and did, and I was able to do that. Just pay another like shipping was more, but the person's like, I'm willing to pay it. I was like, all right. And then I think 2 weeks later after that, Junior Mello, that plays for the Cincinnati Reds, he's a professional like athlete. He bought one of the tees. I thought that was dope. And like one of the people who kept buying from me from San Diego knew this person and was like, hey, like you should do baseball tees. I know someone that might want to buy one. So I was like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna just do a drop of baseball tees. So I did a drop of baseball tees. And Junior Mello, he's a professional player for the Cincinnati Reds. I believe he's a second baseman. And I got to reach out to him. He connected to me and actually got on a phone call. Got to me and I got his contact info, his media, and I've reached out to him. He's like, bro, if you want to do a podcast or something like that when I'm out here in the area, I was like, bro, I work for a rec center. Like, it'd be fucking dope if you came back one day and just trying to talk to the kids. And yeah, man, I'm always all for it. Latino guy. He's Puerto Rican.
Oh, shit.
Real dope. And I was like, shit, be in the back of my room, just fucking trying to build a little brand or a little business.
You see them
So
got me.
What'd you do to get this reach though? Like to get people from different states to buy your merch and all that stuff?
Yeah, stickers are dope, right? Yeah, check it out, man. So, dude, I just media. That's all I did. So, I honestly, it started off with like TikTok, bro, just making videos, and it was off a joke that me and my friends like thought was funny because I worked at a rec center and I had a lot of single moms try to hit on me because it was just a funny joke. Because I had a mom that was trying to hit on me one time. I was like, like she literally was like took off the ring. She was like in the office and she was like signing up for a kid for like soccer, and she was like, he doesn't need to know. And I was like, excuse me? She was like, oh, like no le voy a decir. I'm like, excuse me, I'm old enough to be your son. Like, what's going on? Like, she's like, no, blah, blah, no. It's like, and I laughed about it. I was like, no, thank you, I'm all right. Really threw herself at me. And I was like, damn. So later, like, simple altercation of my day, right? And then I tell my friends about it, like, damn, making a whole joke about it. One fucking day I made a TikTok about it, blew the fuck up. And then blew one, did another one, that one blew up. And they continued. And it just like, I was like, I'm going to feed off of this shit.
Right.
Like, this is kind of funny now at one point. Now I had a single mom. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you understand this and this. I was just making fucking jokes. And I'm like, it's just a joke. Like, I'm not really into single moms, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Breaking all these parents' all the hearts, and like, nah, like, I thought you were. I'm like, nah, it's a joke. Like, I'm 25. Like, what? I thought you were fucking 30-something. I'm like, nah, it's just a joke.
It's the beard.
But I tell them it's just entertainment at this fucking point. You're gonna swipe up, and after like the rest of the day, you're gonna forget unless it pops up again.
Buy a shirt.
So dead ass, what you're saying?
Support.
Hey, man, look, this is what I did. The reason was that 5% of the consumers of people like of like clothes are women, bro. So I was like, if someone needs to hear this, it's women. So I was like, I'm gonna feed up on this shit. Yeah. Not tell them like, yeah, I bet y'all been going through A, B, and C, this and that, blah, blah. I just don't look back. Like, oh my God, yeah. And it worked in the sense of like, they actually started getting paragraphs and like essays, bro, through messages of parents actually like, oh my God, like after what you were talking about. Because I would then start talking and they would ask me questions like you're doing, and it kind of turned to a live stream, kind of like how we're talking. And it got to a point like, yo, like you got a good head on your shoulders. Like you're not just here for the fun and games. Like you're actually using all this stuff now to just build a business. Other people would hate and say, oh, you're just trying to make money. Other people be like, who the fuck isn't? Who isn't? Like, what's your argument? You feel me? And then I was like, all right, well, everyone that blew up onto my TikTok, I put my Instagram on there and it lured them into my Instagram. So then they went onto there and they just started like following, and it built both. And then I just started promoting on there, made a separate one. Then I made the website, did everything I had to do to build a business. And I was just like, didn't really think about would it work? Because my friends were like, what if it doesn't? I was just like, it's going to work. I just told them like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to put it out there, the following. And if I have 1,000 people, you don't think 10 will bite? Right? That was my logic. So I was like, fuck it. If I have like 10,000 people, you don't think 100 people will bite?
Exactly.
And that's
and
all
I was
you need.
like,
It's all about averages.
and I just started seeing the videos, and I was like, they're blowing up in the randomest spots, bro. I had videos blowing up in Cali, videos popping up in Arizona, and then Montana, and then Illinois, and then like the Dominican Republic.
Have you done like
Spain.
a meet and greet or something like that?
No, a lot of people told me to do that. I feel like I fucked up that I never really got to that point where I should have like taken it there. But you know why I didn't? Because I don't think I really had like like a support team to be like, hey, let's set this shit up here and there. This.
Oh, because it would all have to be you.
Yeah. And it felt like such a drag, and it was like, I don't think anyone would really pull up to this. I don't think I had that. Like, nah,
Not
bro.
yet.
Like, yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna promote it, and bro, perfect time, pop up and do it. I did get to the point where I got my own tent, I got my own brand on it with the drop top, and I have my racks. Like, I have everything on the go. I got to do beanies, hats, shirts, like, I did like 8 different products, you know, and I just kept saying, fuck it, I reduced. And all this money was profit money, by the way. Everything that I used,
Just put it right back in. All money.
I grabbed this much from my account. It was just money I got off of videos, because I told myself, first thing I got to do, when I wrote a composition book, was like, I got to get paid extra money on the side to build this, because I'm not teaching for my money. So I found out that once you hit 10,000 followers on anything, you get paid. So I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, all right, I hit 10,000, I get paid. I filled out the application, I got approved, boom, bada bing, and I just went from there. And that spare change, that pocket change, the likes, the views, little by little, it added up. Making a couple $100 on streams in less than an hour, I was like, just made $600 on a 25-minute stream, and I got like 10 sales, and I added it all up, and I was like, the fuck, don't need to go to work. You feel me? Like, people live off media.
Right.
So then I was just like, let me just feed off of the people. Hey, you guys should do hoodies. Oh, you should do a Mother's Day drop in a pink sweater. And I was like, all right. And I just fed off of it, and I got off the ideas, and I just saw my audience, and I kept putting out the stuff they wanted, and it worked.
Oh shit.
And out of pocket, I just like added like out on the go. I had it in my trunk. I talked to people. Hey, yo, what's up, bro? That's what I'm about. So I have, man, here's a sticker, bro, on the go. I just gave them to you. I carry them everywhere I go.
Right.
I got a sticker plug. I started talking to them. Hey, I'm gonna come back and forth. Let's give me a good price. Started doing that.
Always come and shit.
Yeah, same thing with my clothes. Every time I kept coming back, they kept dropping the price. You know, they're like trying to help me out. I was making my profits. They saw like I kept coming back and like what I was doing, my plan. Every time I came in, I already had a design. I already had a shirt. I knew what I wanted. I give them their, you know, I'd ask for the 2 cents. Like, what do you think? Honestly, Miko, I think you should do this. I'm like, no, fuck it. We're doing it. Give me the nicer one. Like, I'm going to pay for the extra quality. Like, to a point that, like, they would look at each other and be like, Miko, like, you really, like, all about it, huh? And I was like, I'm not going to, no risk, no reward. My thing is, I'm going all in. Fuck it. Like, I'm young right now. I fucking fail. And I'm like, I'm using, in my head, I was like, I'm using profit money. What do I got to lose? You get me? And I was just like, and I did it, and I kept flipping it to a point where I was just recycling it. And now it's sitting there, and I'm thinking, what can I do next with it? But I want to be smart on what my next move is. I have still inventory to sell, though. And that's the good thing. I have inventory, I'm not in debt, and I have money in the business account. So my thing is, as long as I pay $30 a month, my website's up and ready to go. Why sell a hoodie? I'm fine. That's it.
Mm-hmm. You're in green.
Yeah.
No matter what, at least plus 150. So my thing is, worst comes to worst, I break even. But that's not going to happen. Because my thing is just staying consistent, setting something. You get me? Now it's like, I walk into like Crunch. You know, I did pop-ups there. I did it at other speakeasies. I did it at LA Fitness. I did it at all like the flea markets on Saturdays. You know, I was going up and down the Reseda one, the Northridge, or Burbank, and Santa Clarita. Like, you know, on Saturday, in my fucking little mini, in a little fucking Genesis coupe, throwing all my shit in there, bro. Fucking paying the ass, scratching the shit out of my fucking car, trying to get to point A, point B, and setting all that shit up in the hot-ass sun, fucking summer, bro. Like, stay under there, try and make some sales, and I would, bro. The same amount of sales that I make at a flea market is the same amount of sales that I make in the 3 hours standing in front of an entrance of a gym, bro. It's more than what I make. It still salary based on my job. Can you believe that?
It's all.
Let it sink
for
in, bro.
yourself.
And it's like, bro, like, what the fuck? People out here really making quick, fast money, and it's just like you gotta hustle for it, bro. Like, you have to fucking want it, and that's what my brothers told me. Like, you've had that since such a young age. Like, I don't gotta worry about you. My mom and dad, like, we ain't tripping. Like, you just gotta make sure you stay humble. But my thing is, I'm always, bro, because then we've seen people in the family, bro, that like,
Nah,
shoot up and people
but
switch,
money
bro.
just amplifies whatever you are.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It
so
can
it's like
facilitate
you're
your life,
already
but it
you're
ain't gonna fix
already
it.
like that,
Yeah.
so it's there's nothing to worry about in that sense.
Yeah. So that's just how I kind of build off, and I just do the word of mouth. Like, believe it or not, that shit works. Now I'm at Crunch. Hey, yo, bro, like, you got another hat? This one's getting no faded. Yeah, I got one in my trunk. Let's go right now. I'm
Like randomly, like when you're working out.
I mean, I think you might have probably witnessed it or seen it for yourself. Like, I think when he came up, he was just off the bat. Your brother was like, yo, it's a dope bucket hat. I don't know if it was, I spoke to him. I think we already had crossed paths.
Yeah, you were talking to him, and I walked over and I saw the hat, and I was like, yo, I need a bucket hat. Like,
And I was like, all right,
grab
yeah,
that
dope.
shit.
Here you go. And then I told him what it was. Like, don't look back. And I remember he's like, oh, shit, I fuck with it. And he put it on, and off the bat, boom. And that's where in my head, I was like, wow, you're going to have those people that are not going to think about it. They're going to come in, yeah, I like it, I'm going to take it. Right. And they're going to come back. You have those, and you have the ones that are like, yeah, I'll do it to support. And then you have those people who are like, dude, every drop, count on me.
Right.
And those are the ones that
Yeah,
like
bro. You get some
reached out and said,
loyalty,
hey,
bro.
yo, bro, how did it go with your drive? Like, damn, man, I was explaining all this shit to my inner circle, and like you, my customers, dude, I actually know someone that's gonna do an event at a lot, blah, blah, blah. You should come. I just actually told him about you. Like, post up.
Right.
That's where I was like, dude, like these little connections, networking, him reaching out. One day it'll be something big. You know what, man? I need you to come post up at this market, you know, and you see big ass influencers pop, or someone big is like, I like that. Come here. Boom. That's it. It could change. So my thing is, if you just have a skill, you have an idea or something you're like at least good at, maybe you don't got to be passionate about it. Maybe something you're good at will bring out that, open that door of what you're trying to do or you're trying to get. So my thing is, as long as you're happy and you like what you're doing, then keep doing it. And that's why I kept doing this. I had people like tell me, bro, you're clothing your shit. You wear fucking Dickies and Pro Clubs. What do you know about fucking designer clothes and shit? I'm like, I don't need to know about that.
Where do you see Don't Look Back in 5 years?
I honestly do kind of, I see it almost, I don't think I see it in the store, bro. I'm being realistic with myself. I don't think I see myself having a whole store. I think I see in it being part of my actual business in the sense of like, I think it'd be more of a name for me, right? Like a brand, not versus like, oh yeah, like there's a store at the mall. It's called DLB.
Right.
Because my goal isn't to open stores.
Yeah, but that idea is also antiquated. The whole
Right.
store idea. I mean, online storing is what people mainly do.
And
now.
that direct to consumer is how people are making all their money, right? And that's the quickest way because, again, you own a facility business, you know, a barbershop, you know, the monthly fees and all that stuff you got to deal with. And like,
Even most people. I mean, most people don't even go to the store anymore.
no,
I
they
mean,
order
you
online.
order online. Even all those big brands. Why?
Yeah,
that's why
that's-
they have apps. That's why they have. Like,
That's why they have
online.
this. Look, it was like, hey, you got a business card? Yeah, here's my sticker, right? If you scan that, it'll take you straight to my website.
Right.
People scan it, boom,
QR
and then
code,
it's just so self-explanatory. Then now online, people are like, oh, if I click this and I click that and I click the third button, I paid and that's it. I'm on Amazon, bro, and I order so fast. I'm like, dude, you know how people just make a product and they put that shit on Amazon, pay a percentage, and Amazon says it for you? And they're making money.
Right.
But these people are doing that and like 4 other things. It's not like they're relying on just that income saying, fuck it, like I'm gonna live off of this shit. Nah, that's what I tell my friends. They're like, oh, you're gonna quit your job to do this shit? I'm like, no, bro, like, no one says you can have only one fucking job. You get me? And I told my friends and everyone in my family has always told me, like, if you're good at multiple things, teach people. Because if you teach these other people, like, you'd be surprised what doors they can open up for you, and you can be the reason why they like have what they have and they bring you with it, or vice versa, bro. Like you said, bro. Like I was saying earlier, like certain people, God puts certain people in your life for a reason at a certain moment of time, and when you most question it, it kind of just makes the most sense sometimes. So I think that's what happened with this, and I was just like, fuck it, it makes sense to me. I think it's gonna work, and it's gonna make sense to the people who like it, and then it did. And I think one of the most rewarding feelings was, regardless if this is big or something small, I'm at work. Salvation Army. When I was doing all this, I was working at Salvation Army, and I'm just fucking doing paperwork, and I get a text from my mom. She's like, "Hey, guess what? What?" She sends me a video. I'm trying to look at the video. What is this shit? And I see someone walking, and my mom was like, "Guess what happened? I just witnessed someone wearing a hoodie walking out of Costco."
Oh, sick.
Oh, you know, I literally went, "Oh, sick! Like that's dope." And mom, you know, my mom was like, "It's just a really." It's like, I want to know. I want to let you know. Like, it's a really good feeling to know that all of this was a thought. You know, you're over here undecisive of like what color scheme you wanted, and look, now I'm fucking, you know,
Seeing it out.
like,
So,
damn,
yeah.
that's dope. You know, I think I was like, it hit me in the sense like, huh, what if one day I do something fucking huge, big, right? But it's like something that facilitates everyone's life, bro. Like, that's what I think about. That's what I'm referring to. Like, there is people who invent. Once upon a time, someone invented a fucking spoon, right? Spoons are sold fucking everywhere. There's spoon companies, and these spoon companies make a certain percentage every time it's being sold at a Whole Foods or selling, right? This one person is making a royalty fee every time you are purchasing gel or purchasing clippers, right? What if you can be something behind that? You say, fuck it, I own like 20 barbershops.
Right.
Why the fuck would you need to work? But all your work would be managing it. You get me? So I think that's why, like, I come back to the whole, like, if you're good at something and you want to continue to just, like, get to your goals, like, all the skills you have play a role into that. And I feel like if you don't utilize it the correct way, then you ain't going to end up where you're trying to be, man.
Right.
Yeah.
It's all about leveraging yourself.
Yep.
Well, Lewis, thank you for being here.
Yeah,
We
man,
appreciate
appreciate it,
you
bro.
talking to
This
us.
was a
Have a
dope
good one, man.
talk, bro.
Yeah, man. I appreciate
Don't
you,
look
man.
back, y'all.
Don't
Do
look
not look back.